Hello, everybody. I am Steve from Mac84, and welcome to another Mac84 live stream. Today we're doing another fundraiser to raise money for the Pipsqueakery, which is an animal rescue and sanctuary. They specialize in small mammals and those with medical needs. And I'm going to fudge around for the button here. Here we go. So we're going to have a little banner there. So there is information in the video description. If you are not familiar with the rescue, I did plug it last time we did a stream. YouTube has this giving mode that is now enabled. No super chats or anything like that are enabled during this stream. It is only this little donate or give button depending on the device that you're on. So if you can give and you feel like giving, you are welcome to do so. However, if you are not in a financial position to do that, or today's not a good week or a month or a year, you could wait. There's a link in the video description you can do anytime. But today we're just going to be tinkering around with things while we do this stream in hopes of raising some funds. Last time I think we got like $730, which is insane. I don't think we're going to meet that today, but never know. So I didn't put a limit on this or anything. This is going to be sort of an ongoing thing. I'm going to do it, maybe again in next week or the week after. We'll just see how it goes. But we're going to be building BlueSCSIs and BlueSCSI related things today. And I'm not alone because I have some friends here, including Ron and not Ron.
Other Ron.
Other Ron. So we have Ron from Ron's Computer Videos and Joe from Joe's Computer Museum, who's also going to be helping build BlueSCSIs. They're going to do it much faster than I can. I'll tell you that. But
are we racing? Is that what
yeah, no.
Yeah, it's to see who can solder the diodes on the wrong side of the board the fastest.
That's me.
I think that also happened to our good friend Frank from our Proto Jedi. I think he did one too, and like his very first one, and he was like, "Oh, well, I wish I'd have known." And I was like, "It's kind of in the instructions, bro, but it's okay. We still love you."
I was the one who uploaded the images for the instructions because I was tired of doing it wrong. So oh boy. Well, we have a bunch of people in the chat already, so let's just say hello to those folks. We have Martin Mack, we have Tom Computing, we have Eric Helgeson, who will be stopping by later on, Joshua Clark, CDI, Colin from This Does Not Compute, BlueSCSIs, and Bunnies. I love that. That is awesome. I'm reading the wrong chat because I'm not used to using Streamlabs. There we go. There's the thing. Kranos is here, Francois is here, Joshua Clark is here. This Ron guy from Ron's Computer Videos, who's that? I don't know. Pick a lane. Oh, come on.
I know.
Snake Boy is here. Sadmac 356, SJ Bryan. We also have Sam Johnson and Jeremy. All caps. Hello, all. Good morning, says Morbo. Let's see who else is here. And yeah, so that's who we got here. So excellent. Thank you very much for joining me today. With me and my pals Ron and Joe and whoever else may wander as I die. Excuse me, as whoever else may wander in later on. So how are you both doing?
Doing well. It's a wonderful Monday. Check my calendar. Yes, Monday evening. And I appreciate you letting me come along to play and have some fun.
Yeah. I just woke up from a little bit of a nap, so doing awesome.
I like that. It's just, the later half of this stream will be me napping and just the camera just like falls over.
Be like a very Blair Witch ending.
Steve, turn off the soldering iron. Oh goodness. Oh well, Ron, thank you very much for kicking off the donations. My goodness, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, I figure you might as well get the ball rolling on this. And I missed last time because was it Saturday? Was that when you, or was it Friday?
Time is a thing.
Okay, all right. But I remember the last one I didn't get to tune in, so I just figured I felt very obligated to make a donation. So
no one is obligated, but
plus I've met all your wonderful rabbits, both past and present, and I know that this means a lot to you and to Mrs. 84. That seems like a weird stir name.
This is 86. Get it right.
Sorry. But I know it means a lot to you guys, so I understand.
It's a great organization. I've only found out about them for a year or so, but they have I'll share the page here. But they have a great Instagram that they are just like, they show the cutest things. But they're a great organization, and they do not only rescue and sanctuary for these small critters, but especially ones with special needs or defects or things that they need to, they get a hoarding case or some awful things happens. I mean, just look at how adorable. It's just a little.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, I like the picture that's like 2 over. Like you can get like an entire an entire venti coffee cup just full of rabbits.
Rabbits on tap.
Yeah, there's a hair in my coffee. Yeah.
There you go.
But this is and I have to stop the StreamYard and add the thing individually because it's a different URL. Come on, get with the program here.
That's why I just shared the window.
Yeah, well,
and then it could just be anything. It could be your OnlyFans history. It could be your
onlyribbons.com.
Yeah,
go to it. It's a real thing. But yeah, so here's the information about the site. It is linked below if you want to browse through and not just watch me browse through it. But yeah, that's just more information about that.
Awesome.
But, excellent. Bucket of bunny.
Yeah.
Donate or Joe will be angry at you.
Joe's anger will increase for every dollar not raised.
Also, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I see that there's like 27 people on the stream right now watching, but there's only like 13 likes. Not everybody's like people on the Apple TV and streaming boxes and stuff. It's a little more difficult to do all those type of things, but it definitely helps YouTube's almighty algorithm figure out how to send additional people to see all of Steve's really cool content. So please be sure to do that.
Yeah, make sure when you're not logged into the web TV version of YouTube,
Web TV.
Right. It's hold on, Steve. I'm catching up at the beginning of the stream on my eye opener.
Oh, that's right. I didn't give you an EEP for your donation. EEP. Thank you very much, Ron. Oh gosh, Joe, that's very
noise. I can do the noise.
Oh yes. Oh, there you go. You have a
nice.
very handsome mug there, Joe. Where can people get such a fine product?
Yes. So, did you know that if you were to go to this wonderful little website called jcm-1.com, right here, you can get one of these wonderful print shop inspired drinking mugs.
Neat.
There you go.
Yep. For your coffee or your tea or your other potent potables. So.
And what else may you buy there?
So there's this thing that we're doing tonight, which is building BlueSCSIs, and that you can get a lot of those from jcm-1.com as well.
They're extra delicious when Joe ships them.
They're I put extra essence of Joe in every single package.
Yes, just farmer blows directly into every box. Joe, yes. You had a thing running. Was that just for Black Friday?
No, it's still kind of, sort of, but it is still running. So if you do go to my website, jcm-1.com, and pick up any product and use the coupon code TURKEY2023, you will get 10% off everything in your order. All of the things,
really?
Which really helps me run the little store. However, I will say that for anybody watching, if you are watching and you want to put your money towards something, put that money first towards a donation to the Pipsqueakery. That is, that's a better use of your funds, in my opinion. But I'll take your money too. Whatever.
Yeah, you donate one week and you buy things the next week. I mean, there you go. It's all evens out. So what flavor of BlueSCSI will you be soldering up, Ron?
I actually a long time ago, when Joe was trying to clear out stock on those 1.1s, 1.1Cs, I was like, hey, just sell me like a whole bunch of them and then I'll solder them together. I'll do it on my stream. And he was like, I got bored and I soldered them all together. Whoops. Whoops, all flux. And so sent them to me, and then finally, I talked to Eric Helgeson, and he sent me some PowerBook versions.
Oh, nice.
So I have like a whole stack of PowerBook ones. I say a whole stack, I have 3.
Oh,
but that it might feel like a whole stack by the time we're done.
nice. And so StreamYard is not showing the donation, so I just have to have this window open. So Steve Carlson, thank you very much. Eep. And Everything is Broken Garage, thank you very much for your donation. Eep.
Eep. Eep.
Oh, wow.
Joe's going to have to do that because my throat is going to be destroyed at the end of the stream. So Joe, what you have every, I'm sure, BlueSCSI variant at your disposal. What do you feel like doing today?
Well, I'm going to start by, while you guys are building BlueSCSIs, I'm going to play for a short period of time with this wonderful Macintosh 128 that I have.
Oh, that's right. You are welcome to do that, sir.
But not for very long. I got it mostly done. It's mostly
cool.
Foot cam. But
I got type of stream.
I was going to say, just the monetization through the roof now.
But yeah, I have to do a couple of adjustments and things. But I finally got this working today. But then I do have some BlueSCSIs that are in my order pile that I need to get built. So I'll build a couple. I'm actually, it's surprising. I'm out of PowerBook BlueSCSIs. BlueSCSI V2s. It's the end of the world. There was a part shortage on one of the transceivers, and
here's the ones I didn't do yet.
What's that?
Here's the PowerBook ones I didn't do yet.
Yep, there you go. You can ship that to me so that I can fill my orders, right?
Okay. That's how that works.
But yeah, so it is what it is. But you know, the DB25s are my favorite because
those are great. I love them because you just put them in the back of a Mac, and a lot of people who are getting into Macs don't realize that you could boot off of an external drive. Like it's not like old PCs where that was a pain in the butt. But it's like, no, you just plug it in and you boot off of it. That's it. You're done.
It's a little known thing about that the DB25 BlueSCSI. If you plug it into the parallel port on a PC, it not only destroys the BlueSCSI, but potentially your parallel port. Fun fact.
Life hack.
Yeah. Fun. I don't know.
Not all DB25
definitely will not work. Definitely will not work. But
thank you very much, Carl, for the donation. Eep.
Yeah, and PowerBooks are getting popular. It's almost like Steve and I did a whole cool talk at VCF Midwest this year on how to collect them.
Let me as I speedily find the video here.
It's out. It's on the VC Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. It's on their YouTube page if anybody's interested. It's an hour-long talk. We just talk about the 100 series of PowerBooks and kind of like pitfalls, possibilities, the promise, and maybe an answer to that question, why? I don't know. I thought I was going to paraphrase it, but then I forgot all
just
the words.
Go and do it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Next Charity should be playing through a whole of Reader Rabbit games. Oh man, I grew up with those games, and that's why I can't spell good.
I know spell very good.
Yeah, Steve spelled good. That's impossible. So, Joe made a couple of videos about this 128 and troubleshooting it and getting it back up and running. There's a short that actually has some pretty good traction on your channel right now. Yeah. So if you're on the fence about adding YouTube Shorts to your whatever the heck it is you're doing, look at the success that Joe has had. He is the
they like me. They really like me.
He's more of the rule than the exception.
Unsubscribe.
That's right.
Yeah, I know.
Vertical content.
My neck hurts just looking at this. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I know some people have a very visceral reaction to that. So,
yeah. Well, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wherefore art thou SCSI connectors?
I have like a major cable tangle happening on the floor right now. I also have like Iceland cam happening with all the trimmers.
Yeah.
What happened to Joe? He's floating down the river.
Reader Rabbit ripoff with the purple car. Are we talking about Putt Putt?
Oh yeah, Putt
Is
Putt.
is Putt Putt purple?
I think so. I that was a little bit after my time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Putt Putt. But those are fun games. Those are actually you can still get a lot of those games out on Steam, so you can play them on
really?
modern machines. Yeah, I think some of them are even on sale right now. Just because they got their fall sale running. But I love those adventure games. They're very like kind of a gateway,
In front of the camera.
experience for kids that want to get into.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, I like that. I like that background.
Yeah, that one's better. I totally did not steal the idea from Colin of This Does Not Compute.
Yeah. If you look at the Cairo font, they're on an old machine. It's like, or if you go out to Susan Care's like website and you can see all the prints and stuff that she does. She has one that's like Cairo that I'd really like to purchase, but it's $200 for an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper.
Is that the one that's A to Z with the
It
pictographs?
is with all the letters of the font, but it exposes how X and Y were just sort of phoned in. Because it's one thing. It's like,
oh yeah, no, wow, that got expensive. I bought mine a while ago and it was not that expensive. Holy crap.
Yeah,
I think mine was like it was either $50 for a small one, and I got like the 16 by 20, $250 now. I think somebody tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Hey, there are a bunch of nerds that would make you a lot more money."
Yeah, I think so too. I would really like to get the 1984 A to Z. That is the one that I really like.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at now. That's the one I actually purchased. Yeah. Who knows where I put it? It's in the closet somewhere.
It's somewhere. Did you see though that Ken was giving away a print? So I don't know if he already had it or if he was going to purchase it or what the deal was, or he. But I guess he. It was like pick one, which one you think that people would like most, and then he's going to give that one away. So I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. I have to log into the Hell site to do that, but I would set up. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that right now. But.
All right, so I need
Eeny, miny, mo. I wonder where my glove will go.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
And so I can adjust the magnets on the back of this while it's running and reduce the risk that I'm going to fly across the basement.
I just repaired Classic 2, and it was like slightly off kilter, and the person's like, "Can that be fixed?" I said, "Oh yeah, totally. I'm not going to do it though." Me and analog circuitry don't exactly have a good rapport with each other.
Just this one. Found the right magnet. I don't know why it's off.
Don't lick it. All right, so I need to find the SCSI header for this, and then I'm golden.
Yep. I'm actually out on Joe's webpage, so I can look to see what the PowerBook version looks like, so I can solder it together correctly. Now, I do remember that someone actually, this was on. I think this was on. I don't think it was on Ticket Different. I think it was. It popped up through.
Don't want to get near it.
One of the Facebook groups or something like that. But it was. They had soldered the interface to the top side of the board.
Oh.
Instead of the bottom side of the board.
Oh.
Which means it's not going to work. That's what that means. And I think they plugged it into their PowerBook, and it just like they were like, "Oh yeah, the machine doesn't even turn on." And it was like,
that's instant board immolation. Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, because it's
still got a curve to it. I don't know how to fix it. All the magnets are in their original location.
Joe, what you do is you have a screen that looks great, and you just don't touch the yoke, and you put it into the other machine.
Yeah.
You swap the CRT. That's my thing, because I've got like a number that are like they look really good, and so I'm just like, hey, these are perfect. I'm not gonna like mess with it too much.
Hey, Bruce.
This
Anybody
is-
else who joined did not say hello to yet? Hello, hello. I'm looking for parts. What else is new? The day everything is organized in this basement is the day you should be very afraid.
I like how Joe got his gloves from the mom off Dexter's Lab.
Ooh, more parts. Okay, I could do that one at least.
I got all my stuff laid out over here. I should switch this.
I mean, you guys can even see it on the screen. The whole yoke needs to turn this way, doesn't it?
I mean, it looks fine to me.
Well, you wear glasses and you're blind, so how would you know?
Whoever is talking,
I wouldn't.
be quiet.
I wouldn't be doing one of these with the yoke, unless it's like already broken free. Because that's a real easy way to neck your CRT.
Yeah, someone asked me to repair their SE30, and then I did, and I sent the board back, and they broke the neck off their CRT installing the board. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
glad that check cleared.
Yeah, it's always good when you see the blue spark. Just start crying.
Here's the parts. Yay!
Bruce in chat says yes, comma. He needs a little twist there.
Oh wow! Thank you very much, Jack68K, for the kind donation to the Pipsqueakery. Eep.
The thing is it's on there pretty tight, so I don't know how it got off to begin with.
Mhm.
It's because someone was fiddling with it.
Well, yeah, but like who? What
Someone
name?
named Joe. Someone not Joe. Let's blame it on Tom. He's not here yet.
Yeah, Tom's not here to defend himself, so that sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna build another. I don't know if I'll do Wi-Fi or not.
Oh, I got yeah, and that's the other thing. I made sure I bought Wi-Fi. I'm looking at. Sorry, I thought my eyes like wigged out for a second. I just realized he's got a plus keyboard with his 128.
Oh, yeah. They don't match
No, not too
in
well.
color or function.
Mm-mm. Although I will say, Chris from Retrotech Chris was very kind. He actually sent me a keypad for the 128/512 recently.
Yeah, I have one of those, and then I have one that's missing like every other key.
Oh wow, yeah. All right, off to the bench.
Don't jump, Ron.
It's all right.
All right, let's make sure I'm not tangling my soldering iron. Ooh, look, I was. How about that? Let's move it while it's off.
My framing is not real good on my other camera there, but I guess folks will just have to deal.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You come here for the BlueSCSIs, you get the BlueSCSIs. What do you do?
So I have a whole stack of I only have 3 boards. I think 3 boards.
Okay.
Yeah, I only got 3 boards, but I got 5 5 of these dang things.
Oh, you know what? I'll build the external ones because I left mine in a laptop bag that's at Sean's house, and I'm not getting that back anytime soon.
Oh no.
Okay, my soldering iron was going crazy fluctuations in temperatures, and I got scared. I thought it was going to explode.
Yeah. Now I'm concerned because I'm looking at the picture on Joe's site, and it shows that there is a header here for setting the termination. And I don't know if I need to worry about that.
Just bridge
Even
it.
though,
Yes.
okay, just bridging it seems like.
Well, I mean, you can bridge it. That's, I mean, what I found is that, well, I'm going to step back and say, I test every single one of these, even the PowerBook ones, on an SE3.
Oh yeah.
So whether or not it actually needs termination when installed inside the machine, I can't tell you that. I don't know because I don't have a machine to install them in test.
Now I
And
have.
also, I'm
I
not
have.
going to do that because that's silly. So
Sure. I have these little break-offable headers, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking that should just work.
that's how I do it.
Seems like it would just work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get those in little sticks of 40 and I just cut them at the spot that I need. Or you can score it with a knife and snap it. Yep.
Sure. I have some side cutters here. Probably should bring to the party.
Make sure next time, Ron, you put your microphone completely in the bucket.
Okay. Actually, it's pretty. The mic is pretty far away.
Oh, I'm just kidding because other streams have that issue.
Yeah, hey, you want to hear my Thomas Armstrong impersonation?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Thomas is a good guy.
Thomas, we love you, buddy. If you
But he does.
It's true. It's true.
He does run that a lot. Well, actually, I got 4 of them. Hey, that's even better. That's 1 better than 3. Okay. So, of course, we're going to start with the tallest components and then work backwards.
Oh, wait. Oops.
No, that's how you're supposed to do it?
I think. If there are no follow-up questions, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Bruce, if you had your parts in, I would invite you to join if you had any BlueSCSIs to do.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see a Bruce stream where he does nothing but ultrasonically clean BlueSCSI.
Oh, that'd be great. It's just like the microphone just deteriorates after 10 minutes.
Should I lick this big red thick wire that's very well insulated?
The answer is always yes.
I mean, I don't know if that's code for anything, but that's fine.
How did Joe end up electrocuted today?
I'm just
I'm
realizing
gonna just leave it alone.
I don't have very much flux left.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
I missed the smell of solder fumes.
I need to order more of this. Or actually, since I ordered this, I think our good friend Bruce actually went through and did a bunch of research about like the best
Yes.
sort of flux to use. And I probably need to go back and review those videos, or if he would just be kind enough to tell me what to buy, I'll just
Bruce, spam your affiliated links now.
Yeah, especially since the expiration date on this flux I have is August of 2021.
That just means the flavor is slightly different.
Oh, okay.
You're still fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
great
doesn't really.
news.
It has an expiration date, but it like doesn't. So
Finger licking good.
that's why Campbell soups are made in Camden, New Jersey, by people who probably should not be working in soup factories.
Yep, and that's why the lovely company of RCA used to hop from factory to factory in New Jersey. They would just make a whole waste site and just like be like, "Oh, we're done, we're bankrupt," and then move out. Oh, we have money again.
It's like a real burn. Just keep putting the burn on the landlords. So I often get the criticism that my iron is too hot.
What temperature do you have it at?
Well, it's 700 Kelvin. So if I were to change the heat of this iron,
I tend to keep mine a bit hot. Mine's around 415, 420 C, which is it's quite hot. But that's
how can I tell if my iron is in Celsius or Canada's?
well, does it have a little dealie next to it?
No, it's this is an FX 888D, so it just gives you a number.
Bruce is smart.
Is the number really high? Like
the number is
700
really high.
or something?
Yeah, it says
Yeah, it's in
750 right now.
Fahrenheit. If that were
Oh, yeah.
700 Celsius, it would be glowing red.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was pretty certain that this was.
I've done that before. It's fun.
Okay, so how much in metric did you say?
Which one?
Metric heat for the temperature of the iron?
I run mine at 380.
Okay.
I run mine relatively.
F2C converter. So you
I
said
buy 1.8, then subtract 32.
nah, that
Stop
seems
braining us, Joe.
yeah, it seems simpler to just use the googs.
The googs.
The googs.
I don't want to rely on my
Well,
brain. No.
here's the thing. We went to high school together, so it's just we're kind of informal, you know.
I meant a good calculator.
I'm very carefully removing the reset interrupt switch on this so that it doesn't break off when I put it back together because it's giving me problems putting it back together.
All right.
Those are fun.
I have
No idea if this
adjusted,
will succeed or not.
I have adjusted the temp
Up or down?
down. 'Cause I went to 720 because you said 380 Celsius, which is 716 Fahrenheit. So
I like what Bruce says. I run mine at 430C, but I'm an idiot.
That's pretty high. Yeah.
all
Oh,
right.
I've run mine all the way up at like 480 once, but that was when I was dealing with a ground plane.
Oh,
That was the size of freaking Canada. And all heat I put into
forgot.
it just ends up at the heat death at the end of the universe. So this interrupt switch is just in here. It's just in here. There we go. Hey, I got it out and it didn't break it. Yay, me.
Yay.
Nice.
Love Joe. Joe's awesome.
All right.
These BlueSCSIs are so easy to assemble, even I can't screw them up.
How loud is that?
That's not that bad.
All right.
Mr. Safety First over here.
Yeah.
Mr. I want my lungs to work in 5 years.
Well, the problem is that if I don't do it, I end up sounding like you, Steve.
What?
Exactly. It's
Whoas.
whoa, cripes.
Criminies.
Yeah.
I know Colin just assembled a boatload of BlueSCSIs as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he beat us all to the punch. But
That's cool.
How many loads is a boatload?
Just- My problem is I
A
don't want to
whole
go to
boat.
work tomorrow and sound like Tom Waits. You know?
sorry, I was soldering these BlueSCSIs and
Yeah, that's right. Outside another yellow rose. It's like, yeah, I just called for help with Adobe products. I don't, whatever it is you're selling, I'm not buying. Thank you.
Is it going in? Is it not? I don't know. There we go.
I haven't soldered since K-Fest this year.
oh geez.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a little while for me too.
Yeah.
I've been so busy with projects and work stuff that it's like, oh, the bench is full of stuff. Oh, you know what? No, the last thing I soldered was the PowerBook 5300, which is now in multiple pieces thrown across the entire basement. So,
How angry did you get at it?
well, let's just say I ran out of bins to put things in, and things just gradually found their way to the floor.
Gravity. It's not just a suggestion, it's the law.
I mean, at least the LCD and everything is fine, but like a lot of like little plastic bits are just hiding. But it's also one of those PowerBooks that have like 5 or 6 parts only once. So it's like, I'll figure it out later.
So my 128K Mac is put back together.
That's amazing.
I like
And so
how Joe says
what-
it backwards.
Can you explain all the fun that you had by the CPU for our friends just watching?
Oh yeah, yeah. First off, I'm gonna be like super bougie or whatever and like show off the serial number.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ends in 1. How fancy.
They all live anyway. But no, no. So I got this board from our friend Frank, Proto Jedi. And you can plug in, here's something funny. You can tell that the front of this and the back of this come from two different machines. Anyway, so I got this board, the board for it from for the Jedi. Now you might be asking, why did Joe need a Mac 128K board? Well, let me tell you a story. So follow me, if you will. Many years ago to this thing's birth, like many Mac 128s, it was upgraded at some point with the official Apple Macintosh Plus upgrade, where you take your whole machine in, and they would yank the entire back half of the machine out and shove a Mac Plus into it. And that's what happened to this machine. Which is, that's fun and all that. So the front of this, it doesn't say Plus. It's obviously like an original Mac, but the back said Plus on it.
Okay.
I ran the serial. Fast forward like 20 years, because like I don't know anything about these old Macs when I'm like 20 years old. So fast forward, and I find out, I actually look up the serial number, and I find that the front of this machine was an original 1984 128K Mac. And by original, I mean March of 1984, like very early.
Nice.
Now, like whatever. So I've been on this like weird quest, a pretty lazy one, to find the guts and the stuff and everything that I need to convert this thing back to an original 128 Mac and keep the serial number.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
thank you, Mike, for the super chat. Eep.
Yes, Mike is awesome. Here, I need to press the button.
Eep.
Yeah, thank you. That was much better than my phone didn't eep.
Eep. So now, what do you need to convert one of these back to a Mac 128K? Well, you need
a lot of gumption.
Well, yeah, you need two things. Both of them being basically another Mac 128K that hasn't been converted yet.
And a brain disease that has not yet been identified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even want to use this? It has 120. Well, I just want it for completeness sake. But so the first step was, again, because I didn't know much about what to do to make this happen. I knew it would need the board to be put back. So I got a board from Frodo Jedi, Frank. And then very quickly after getting the board, I realized, oh, well, the whole back shell has to be replaced too, because that doesn't match. And then on top of that, in order for it to be a true 1984 Mac back shell, it has to say just Macintosh.
Yep.
If you go to one that says Macintosh 128K, it's a later one when they were doing 128s and 512s. Right?
Yes, sir.
So,
see, I actually had the opposite problem. I wanted the one that said 128K because I had one that just said Macintosh on the back.
Yeah. Well, you're weird.
Yep.
But anyway, so I got the board in, then then like a year passed or whatever. And finally, was it Ron? It might have been Ron. It might have been Drake. I'm not sure, but somebody spotted one of these, an original 128, or that's what it was listed as, original 128 Mac on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something like that. And it was a really good price. Add in the fact that I'm in the United States and this was on sale in Canada, there was like an effective 33% discount because of the exchange rate. So I got it for an insanely good price. But this thing, had it been like pseudo plus upgraded, so it had this in it. This is an original 128 board, probably the one that came with the machine, but it's got a Mac snap on it to have the SCSI capability.
Oh, okay.
RAM on it here to make it it's like a 512 or 384 or some weird amount. I don't know. So it's this board here has basically been plusified. But I didn't want to put this one back in it because in order for this to be plusified, it had to be hacked. Like there's parts missing underneath and stuff is soldered together. Add on the fact that this chip right here is a plastic dip, and the one in mine is ceramic. Like it's
fancy,
old, right? So okay. So I'm like, all right, well we'll just go ahead and swap in this original board. Now we get to actually answering Steve's question. So I pop in the board and it doesn't work, and I get all manner of garbage on the screen. And so I look at the board and it looks like some wonderful furry rodent friends had used as their rest stop in between, the pantry and their nest or something.
I really gotta go, and there's nothing but Macintoshes here.
Exactly, and they're just like, I want to poop on that. So there's this one spot on the board, and it was right beside the processor.
Oh, of course.
And so, I futzed around with it for a while. I'm like, screw it. So I very carefully, over the course of like 4 hours, took the ceramic CPU out of it. And right underneath, wouldn't you know it, 2 bad trace to via connections.
Really?
Yep.
Jeez.
Fixed them up and put the CPU back in it, and beep, it works perfectly fine.
Yay.
Like a champ. So that's the story.
Now,
Now
is
I
your
have my
ceramic
internal
CPU, does your CPU say 68,000 on it, or is it a weird number?
It says 68,000 on it.
Okay.
Yep. It was manufactured in 1983. It says Apple 1983 on it.
Nice.
And then some other stuff, and it was one that was fabbed in Japan.
I think I'm done with my first BlueSCSI.
Oh, yay!
Now the newer revision of the externals, there's nothing but the little Pi module and the SCSI header, correct? All the little switches are no longer needed.
Stand by. I'm braining your question. What?
Here comes Brain.
I
Go
wasn't, I wasn't paying attention. I was off looking. At
the Switch 1 and Switch 2, are those needed on the new version?
No, we are no longer using those. There were some future plans for that. They ended up getting scrapped and replaced by much cooler stuff that I can't even tell you about.
Sounds great.
We have secrets happening.
Joe has spoken.
I'm Jarrell, master of scheduling. Anyway.
Joe wants Garth said he wants a back shell that says Macintosh 384K. Oh boy. And yes, you can get your BlueSCSI today at jcm-1.com/shop. And there's some code that Joe spammed out on his social medias before, and you could probably find that for a discount.
That's Turkey 2023. TURKEY 2023.
Thank you for spelling it out.
Yes, well, I can't spell, so I had to spell it to myself 100 times to make sure I typed it in right.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think my iron, something's weird, because I set it back up to 750, and it was like the iron kept getting stuck to the board. So
that's your temperature is incorrect. It's out of calibration. You're setting it to 750, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it likes you, Joe.
To be sure, you need to recalibrate it, or just do what you did and be like, oh, it's fine now.
Well, I went ahead and I turned it off. Turned the iron off. I turned it back on.
He rebooted his iron.
Yeah. I just and it fairly quickly gets up to 750.
I need like a billion more of these cases, because every time I put them on, I break them.
Which cases? Which ones?
The externals.
Oh, the external. How are you breaking the external cases?
Well, I'll show you.
The external cases. Oh, those things. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's just coming apart. Right, you can't see it, but it's coming apart.
Yes. So those are a slightly earlier. Did you get those from me?
Maybe.
Okay.
So these might have actually been from Eric at VCF. I will pass the blame to whoever. I'm not complaining. I'll just put tape on it.
The earlier version of that had a slight dimensional issue.
They still taste delicious.
The filament that was used, the filament it has a big fault in the stability of it. We were using, well, at least I know I was using the I was using a Polymaker Silk PLA. Mm-hmm. It has really poor interlayer adhesion. It looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's great looking filament, but it doesn't stay stuck together. And that's a high tension area. So it had a tendency to snap. I've switched to new filament that doesn't look as pretty, but it's super strong. So plus we also resolved the dimension problem and made it 0.1 millimeters wider, and it fixed it. So,
well, I'm happy. It's external and it's all looking okay. I guess I should get a machine to test the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. Like one of these wonderful Pumpkintoshes in an excellent clear case from.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Mr. Tech Gadget says they've flashed the USB bootloader and the latest firmware on their old 1.0C that they never built. So now it's time to start assembling the kit. Godspeed.
Yep. Hey, and the version 1s, they're still great.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in older machines, they're perfectly fine. Like if you got one, use it.
Yeah, I would build one, except I'm missing some pieces that I bought from Joe. So that will be resolved soon. Because who needs resistors when you can just rip open the bag and throw them all over the floor?
Steve, we talked about this.
I don't listen. We know.
Like that. Oh, you all
Music
get to
Man
see
Nick
how-
is talking about replacing the capacitors in their PowerBook G3. Oh, good luck with that.
Oops, I heated up the wrong element. Come out. Watch it fling across the bench.
Whee! I guess I'll do the desktop one next. This one I'll probably do a non-Wi-Fi because it's probably going to go in a Power Mac that I'll use Ethernet on or whatever. I think the Wi-Fi for me personally, I'll do it in like the externals and the PowerBooks because then I have the flexibility of needing that if I want to.
Whee! Good. No, I'm not the only person, or you're not the only person with the squeakies. So this is how Joe does it.
I had to change my camera again. Oopsies.
Do the corners first.
Don't forget to lick the iron between dips.
Yeah. Then I pick it up and I press down on it and reflow them so that it gets
Good Lord.
pushed down into place.
You doing okay there, Ron?
No.
We do this.
Is it being a pain in the butt?
Like this. There you go. Those are done. Then we flip
Like
this
a bunch of
over.
These are bridged.
We do the backside. Like this.
I almost put the SCSI connector on backwards, so yay me.
Good
Yep,
times.
I need to turn this. And we do this side.
Place the item once and double check before soldering. Ask me how I know.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
Now you get to see the magic that is drag soldering. You want to see this,
Drag solder!
dude? I knew about drag soldering, but I really wasn't a pro at it until Gut Bomb, our friend Gut Bomb, told me the process that he uses, and I tried it, and I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? This is the best thing ever. Why?
Yeah,
like,
Bruce
I can't
turned
get
me on
these
to it.
two. I cannot get these two to stop bridging.
So
More
the trick
flux,
is,
Ron. More flux.
use a
It's
chisel tip, This?
Yeah, I need to switch tips.
and you just do this.
Wee.
Look at that. Just drag right down. And it's so much faster.
I'm doing it the slow way because my brain hurts. But I will do that on like the little
Oh Lord.
resistor
Oh,
packs and
Lord.
things like that.
I'm sorry, Ron. You sound like you're having struggles.
Yes. But I guess maybe it would be good to know. I should probably look at these other ones. It sure doesn't look like it's supposed to be bridged. But this one right here, it absolutely looks like those pins are bridged. And if I test it with a meter, they're bridged. So
Which pins are these?
the very last two to the right side of the board on the. But I'm looking at these other like boards that have not had any soldering done to them, and they are not bridged. So
What are you saying? They were bridged?
no, I'm saying I'm saying since I've soldered right there, it's bridged.
Yep, just clean the tip of your iron and
No.
drag it between the two pins, and it should just be able to drag the solder right out of there.
I did it. I done did it.
Yay!
Yay!
No,
Ron fixed it.
no, I didn't fix it. That's the point.
Yay!
Well, you need to do it more.
No, it acts as if I mean it looks I mean I just get out an X-Acto and just cut this. But it's
I've seen
really-
it where you can actually leave a tiny little thin film of solder on the board that's really hard to see.
Well, I'm thinking that I might have like got through the mask, and now it's bridged across there. So
especially if you increase the temperature, that's the risk. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to do something because it was sticking.
Oh no, yeah. Hey, that happens to me too.
All right. Well, one dead, I guess.
So, one DB25 V2 completed. Just like that. Oh, I didn't do the top side. This is why I test every unit before I ship it.
Oops.
All right. I'm gonna have to let my iron cool down and change tips, I guess.
Yeah, I remember talking to somebody at one of the VCF events. I think it was VCF East, and they were asking me about soldering or whatever. And I was, oh yeah, you get yourself this and this and this, and they're like, oh, flux. I don't use flux. I'm like, well, okay, that's nice. And then they messaged me like the next week or whatever. I'm having problems soldering. Can you give me a pro tip? And then they sent me a picture. It's just like everything was bridged, and I'm like, you need flux, dude. That's like your board is screaming for
all the problems.
Hey,
or
Joe.
You need to use really good solder that has flux in it. You know, that's a thing too.
You can never have enough
Hey,
flux.
Ron.
Well, I was going to ask because I've got some other tips and stuff here for my Hacko.
Yeah.
And I've got here. I'll show you. Shape 1. Oh shit!
Do you have one that's like a beveled edge, Ron?
Yes. As soon as I can find it, I just dropped it, which probably means it's gone forever.
That's honestly the one I use like 99% of the time.
What?
Yeah, the bevel edge is good for point solder.
Yeah, but
it's like conical, but with half the cone cut off. So it's like kind of a.
I'm with you. I dropped it.
Yep.
I sure cannot see it.
That's this one right here.
Well, don't drop it then.
Yeah.
As you can tell, this one is very worn.
Yeah.
Bevel, says Bruce. Bevel.
Where the heck did it go? Oh, there.
This one I found is the best for drag soldering rows of pins.
Okay. So I have a couple here. I have a couple of, and you can give me your opinion on this.
Throw them all away. I mean, give them to me. I mean, throw them.
Okay. So look at the tip on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
shit.
a chisel tip.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Okay. I got one of those.
I mean, it's better than a conical because you get a nice flat edge that you can press up against the pin and get good contact.
That's the one I'm using, Ron.
Yeah, I see that. I don't think I have one that looks like that.
It has.
I have
a life changer
that has got a bunch of solder stuck to it.
Yeah, that looks like that's another chisel tip. It's just larger and flatter.
Okay. Well, of the stuff I have,
the three that you have.
because I have another conical one here.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
This has. Oh no, it's got like a flat kind of.
Yeah, that's the one you want right there.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I bought this iron, I was just like, just buy one of every tip.
I like the star-shaped tip.
Star-shaped? What the hell? I solder with a Torx head.
Nice.
Hello, K-Mac.
I just heat it up with a torch between each joint. It's fine.
What type of joints are you doing, Joe? Awkward pause.
You know, Ohio just passed a specific resolution.
New Jersey did too. Hey.
Moving on before we get Steve demonetized.
What's the worst they can do?
They'll take all your Pipsqueakery money away.
Well, that's not going to me, so they better not. That goes directly to them. In fact, I'm going to message them and be like, hey, you should get a check from Papa Google sometime soon.
Papa Google.
Is that like that Don Bluth cartoon Cockadoodle?
Yes.
Or Rockadoodle or whatever it was?
No, it's Cockadoodle. Yep.
No, it's Rockadoodle.
Is it? Because I wouldn't have called it that.
We need to program this.
I'd be like,
this
how
is
do we slide a joke past the sensors? Got it.
It's Rockadoodle. Yep, this is Blend. So Joe needs to use his special magic script that he wrote.
Special magic.
That would be under development projects, BlueSCSI V2, firmware's newest firmware folder.
All right.
So
So changing the tip here.
And we hit go, and it does it automatically.
That sure doesn't really feel like it's going up to the end of the thing there.
So we've been going for about an hour. Just want to remind everybody that hello, we're doing this to raise.
Hello.
Hello!
We're doing this to raise money for the Pipsqueakery, which is an animal rescue and sanctuary, and they do great work. They specialize in small animals, but they do a lot for all things. You know, they have a bunch of different fellows on their Instagram you can take a look at. All the links are in the video description. But so all super chats and stuff are disabled. There's a donate or a giving button depending on the platform that you're watching the stream on. 100% of the funds will go to that organization. And if you can't donate, that's fine. Understand. But all the information is there in the chat if your situation changes. But yeah, just wanted to plug that. And thank you everybody who donated today or donated yesterday. Even thought about donating. Maybe you'll donate next week when your paycheck comes in. Maybe you'll donate when you sell 1 billion BlueSCSIs. But you know what? Whenever you do, it's appreciated. Oh, boy. Now I have to find more little headers and jumpers to put on my BlueSCSI.
I just built this wonderful BlueSCSI, DB25, and it doesn't function. So that's a thing.
Sweet.
What did you do, Joe?
I don't know. It just doesn't work.
I think you
A
sneezed.
theory. That theory is unfounded. Okay.
All right. Take two.
Could be that I have a bad.
All right. You guys want to check out my methodology here?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So I have some goodly flux, and I'm fluxing.
Flux it up.
Yeah, flux right between there. Okay. And then I'm gonna load up my iron and just get it warmed up, and then just start dragging her down.
Yep.
I swear I've been able to do this in the past, but
I think the card wasn't plugged in. That's what it was.
I like when it's simple problem that you can solve. I was messing around with this.
There we go. That's working.
I was messing around with this stupid PC behind me. I'm like, why isn't this working? No, the SCSI cable is bad. Okay, well.
You'll see me periodically give this a percussive maintenance. I have a cold solder joint or a broken solder joint somewhere on the analog board, and I'm too lazy to take the stupid thing apart and fix it.
Oh, your Pumpkintosh?
Yeah. It never actually. It just kind of goes to, and it never fails completely. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, I have to. One of these brave days, I have to take apart my Lisa and redo the analog board.
Lisa,
Not looking forward to that.
Birthday, not copyrighted song. So now we put it in one of our wonderful brackets.
Has anyone ever used King Spec SSDs? No, but it sounds like the very cheap brand that's trying to take advantage of Kingston.
Yes.
So yeah. I would say don't trust it as far as you could, unless you could.
Like if
it's for, as far as you could throw it.
Yeah, if it's for like a vintage computer project just to make something run, that's
yeah.
I wouldn't be installing that in my daily rig and being like, this has my company's data on it.
Yeah, or my family photos. This is the only copy of those. So yeah, like I have like those inland drives for like old power books and junk. You know, I don't care. Everything's backed up. Nothing's important on those. But
we do have an updated version of the DB25 shell, the original, designed by Javier Rivera. Helped do the design on that. But we did a couple updates based on user feedback. The first one is the cutout there to get the SD card out is bigger, so you can actually get your fingers in there.
Yay!
And we added we deepened this cutout right here to better clear the rear bezels of like the 7, 8, 9,000 series Power Macs. So,
Yeah, I had to take a saw to mine to make mine fit.
but these are really cool. They're super snug. They go in here. They snap in place. Has a little retention clip right there that actually holds the BlueSCSI in place, and it does not wiggle in this at all. As you can see, it's not.
No wiggling scuzzy for you.
And then this is the coolest thing ever. Javier is like, let's try it this way. These two pieces slide together like this.
Oh yeah. Those are neat.
And it's just click, and it's like in there. It doesn't rattle or make noise or come apart or anything. It's just.
Now
the man is a genius. He knows what the hell he's doing. It's amazing.
The V2, is that the V2?
Yep.
Let me see where your SD card slot is. Yeah, see, mine doesn't have the lip.
Yeah, because you've got the version that's
my fingers are too fat, Joe.
Yeah,
Joe.
Yeah. We had complaints, so we fixed it. It's still not. I mean, if you can get now, it's to the point where you can kind of get your fingernail in there, but there's not enough meat there to take a lot of space out of it and keep the case strong enough. So
I would just melt the soldering iron tip into there and make it bigger. Make Javier cry.
Yeah. So now let's do a desktop. However, I have a special. I got something special for you guys because I have a desktop board that I don't think you guys have a copy of yet.
What?
Yeah. Do you want to see the update?
I hear you very softly in the distance.
That's because I'm all the way across the shop.
So you either said, do you want to see the update or do you want to have a play date?
Ooh. So here's the updated version of the desktop board.
Ooh.
Notice the difference?
Well, what the hell am I doing here with mines?
It's got a little hole in it. Why it has that, I don't know. That's how Androida did it. But it's got other cool features and lots of extra pins. Ooh. The first one is this uses castellated holes. So you can solder this on there directly to the board without having to use any headers, which makes it use fewer parts.
Did the ones I just order for you come like that, or are they different?
What's that?
Did the ones I just buy from you, are those or the other
ones that you just got from me are these, yes.
Yay! Yep.
So purchases from today will be the new version, yes.
Yay!
This is also the new initiator mode version.
Oh.
Which means you can have two of these or this in a hard drive and put one of these in initiator mode, and it acts as a hard drive, and it will just, you plug it in, it will suck the hard drive out of the other one into itself. It just goes and pull the whole thing in and copy whole hard drives at once.
I need that. Yes.
Just all at once.
Yes, thank you.
Colin, oh, you jerks. I get 10 boards made and now you drop another new version.
I'm sorry, Colin.
Yeah, sorry. So
that just means you'll have to buy more computers.
Yeah, this is so new. Like, I haven't even updated the pictures on my website yet.
My procrastination finally paid off. Is that what you're saying, Joe?
Yes, sure. I'll show you how I do the castellated holes on this, because they're kind of tricky. So basically what I do is I will line up like one, like right here. One, and yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just kind of blob some solder on there.
Here I am soldering it regularly like a sucker.
Just got to be close. And then you can go to the opposite corner and see how far off it is. And then you kind of get you won't be able to see it, it'll be off camera, but you like melt the solder while you're looking at the other side.
Colin is so pissed right now.
And it will get it all aligned. And now it's perfectly aligned. Sorry, Colin. Now that that's done like that, now we can drag solder it right down the line.
So I guess my question is, how many of these should be bridged? Because
0.
Because it sure seems like a lot of these are bridged.
Well, some of them are just grounds. So there's like a whole panel of them are grounds, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Ron, what soldering iron do you have?
The Hakko FX888D.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind. It's fancier than mine. So
Ron, I would tell you which ones need to be bridged and which ones don't, but I'm out of PowerBook board, so I don't have one to look at.
I have one somewhere.
The upside with these two is they don't have to. The alignment on this doesn't have to be perfect. If you look, you can see they're slightly off, but it doesn't matter.
It matters to me, Joe.
Well, opposite means opposite.
Resolder these until they're perfect.
We see mono means one and rail means rail.
This completes our 12-week course.
So who gets to be the driver? You?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Is there any chance the track will bend?
Not on your life, my Hindu friend.
What about us brain-dead slobs?
You'll be given cushy jobs.
Were you sent here by the devil?
No, no, good sir. I'm on the level.
Oh boy. All right, we got a desktop and a external now. Yay! I call the big one Bitey.
Yeah.
Bruce says, you guys need to stop innovating. I can't keep up.
Okay, so the outside pairs on a board that I have not touched with my human hands. The outside two and the outside two are all they're bridged. So
let me take a look at mine, Ron. 1 second.
Well, no, it just makes me feel better about
So what you're saying is it's bridged on the PCB.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that you bridged it on the solder because it was already bridged.
Right.
Oh, you mean on the SCSI port side, Ron?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So as long as the rest of these are not bridged.
Ooh, KMAC ordered. Thank you, KMAC.
And this first board I did
Now,
is probably fine.
You need to donate to Steve's Pipsqueakery charity. Do that next.
Eep. Or squeak, or I don't know what noises.
Oh, we can use here's a sound. We can use this sound.
Moopsie.
Oh gosh, moopsie.
I'm scared now.
It drinks your bones.
So now I need another SCSI header from somewhere. Where could I steal it from?
So I'm going to stop fighting it. I'm going to stop fighting it. Because it doesn't matter.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Ron, as soon as I assemble these, they're getting lost on my desk.
Sweet.
Now
yes, KMAC, there's another way to donate in the video description. If you do want to donate, in the video description there is a URL, and I'm also going to place it in the chat. One moment, please. I should actually pin this.
Where they're where they don't let you use real money or something.
Yeah. I'm going to pin this chat message here.
It's done.
Okay. Looking at your
once this
picture,
dumb heart gets out of the way.
3.
Now I know what Bruce was fussing about the other day on his channel.
3.
All right, there we go. So that's pinned now. Should have had that pinned before.
2.
But yes, if you can't donate via YouTube, you can put it directly into their funds via other methods. When will the PowerBook kits be back in stock? I have a 170 that is almost completely done, except it needs a drive.
That is a very good question. So if you want to check out some of the other BlueSCSI sellers, I'll just want to be clear. You do not have to buy your blue. Did I just hit thingamaboo? No, I didn't. You
Oh, wait, 1 second.
I got distracted.
Thank you very much, LGR, for the donation. That's awesome, Clint.
Oh yeah, thanks, Clint.
Yeah.
Eep.
Eep. Wait, I have to switch my cameras here. Eep. There we go. All right. Continue on, Joe.
Anyway,
Cool.
so I was going to say, I am out of PowerBook boards because I ran out of them without paying too much attention. And when I went to go order more boards, one of the transceivers that I needed to make more of those boards was out of stock. I'm waiting for those to like arrive via the double quadruple slow boat to China.
Okay.
And once those parts arrive, then I will be able to make more. However, you don't have to buy them from me. You can buy them from any BlueSCSI reseller. You just go to BlueSCSI.com, pick one of the people on the list that's in a location in the on the world near you, and click their website. Just click there and go there. There are lots of us: Eric Helgeson, Androda, Drake,
The Canadian, not
Drake,
the singer.
the other guy who's Jay Graham, whole bunch of them. We all do that. There are even some sellers who sell on eBay who are authorized to sell on eBay. So a lot of us have those options. So go check it out and pick one from wherever and whoever, and we'll get you taken care of.
Oh, thank you very much, Kranos, for the donation. Eep. Thank you very much.
Eep.
I should just like leave that queued up.
just spamming in the chat the whole time.
Beep, 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 beep. Okay.
Oh gosh, we're up to 1,000. See, YouTube is dumb enough; it doesn't show me from my end how much is raised. But that's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. That's sincerely appreciated. This place is going to be very, very thankful because they've been having a fundraiser, for the holiday and everything. I think they have one on Instagram or something like that. So this is great. Thank you so much. Now, where did I put that thingamajig?
Oh, do I have to hit thingamaboob now because somebody said thingama something?
No. Oh gosh.
And the new boards, this is how I remember it. I have my mnemonic. The new boards, the little extra pin headers are 333-222. There's 3 3s and 2 2s. So.
See, I my brain would just gloss over, and you'd have to teach me how to walk again, Joe. I get confused easily.
Well, it's just repetitive. I've done enough of these orders that it's like, oh, I know this thing. Logged out, JCM site says 9. Log into order says out of stock. That is probably my website, or it's actually more likely your web browser caching old data.
But it is possible, Joe, if they're in Germany and they're going to purchase one and it's out of stock, it might just say 9.
Oh.
My head hurts.
Come for the mediocre jokes. Stay for the mediocre jokes.
Hey, if we expected any less from Ron, we wouldn't allow him in.
This is what we get.
This is what Ron does.
This is the bar that we've all set. You don't like it, go to another live stream.
And so I use blue tack to hold all those down. So see.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
that's my trick, and it works. It works really well.
The 1K mark deserves the QuickTime logo movie jingle. Yeah, then Apple will sue me.
Now we can do drag soldering on all these little pin doodles.
Drag solder. See, I keep making these PowerBook ones, but I don't have any PowerBooks that are healthy enough to have one.
You're making them as gifts to give away to friends, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Here's
my
the thing
brother's
that
gonna love
sometimes
it.
happens when you don't use flux is you get solder garbage on the board.
Delicious garbage.
And because I usually don't use flux because I freaking hate cleaning it up. It's just a thing that I've learned to deal with.
I put the connector on wrong. Yay.
Did you?
But I only did the corner, so I'm good.
Okay, that's easy to fix.
Because it says connector this side, and I'm like, what does that mean? Oh.
On the most up-to-date version, I asked Androda, and Androda did make it way, way more obvious which side it goes on.
Yeah, I was just not paying attention. So it happens when you stream, you multitask, and
yeah. Just about every one of these that I built wrong has been one I was building while on stream.
Oops.
When I'm just sitting here cranking through them, it's like no problem.
Oops, all wrong sizes of capacitors.
Oops, all capacitors.
All capacitors.
Well, they're all prime numbers, so I guess that's good enough. All right, I did it.
You did it.
Yay! There we go. And that is all done. You can go to
Watch in
bench.
excitement as Steve unscrews up what he's doing.
All done.
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
So now we have to put jumpers on. So on the new version, you have to put 3 jumpers on it. It's very important.
What about one?
Huh?
What about just a blob of solder?
You can do that too if you want. But then you won't be able to change the modes later.
It's permanently terminated.
No, it requires a minimum of 2. You have to have your terminator jumper, which in most cases in for these is going to be on, which is what I do by default. You need the power on jumper, which why we have one to not do that, I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a reason behind that. And then you need to have the initiator jumper and put it in target mode. Right here.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm not your bro. Thank you very much for your donation. But I don't know. Maybe we are related. It's eep. That may be true. I don't know.
There you go.
I'll take your word for it.
So it's down, up, down. That's how I remember it.
A B start.
Yes. Up, down, left, right, up, down, A, B, and then a button.
A button.
Any button.
Depending on the game, sometimes it's select to change a thing and then start. But sometimes it's just start.
Well, I'm glad I only did these few because I'm still screwing this up.
What am I doing? I am restarting my bench cam because it is delayed. It's like, huh. Yeah, there's like a 1 second delay on my bench cam.
It likes you.
Go to scene base, bench cam.
Instructions unclear. Restarted entire computer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is.
So now that that's put in place, we can put it on the little bracket doodle. Would you believe me if I said I have like a whole box of these brackets pre-printed? It's like you can just call me like I'm like Julia Child is like, and we had one pre-cut before the show.
That's why when I ordered, I'm like, Joe, could you give me extra cases?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I got them.
I like that. Julia Childs or Mickey Mouse, same impression.
Did I? Well, did I send you extra cases?
I mean, you said you did.
What, in the most recent order?
It doesn't matter. It's not a rush. It's
because
I will craft them out of cardboard if needed.
I'm thinking I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. It might have been a pipe dream I had. I might have not actually asked you.
Yeah,
I might have thought about it.
I have a feeling you were thinking, but you didn't ask because I have the spreadsheet right here of what you asked for.
Well, when you bring evidence into this, yes, no, I'm an idiot, and I probably forgot.
Oh
no, wait, I have the. Oh yes. Okay,
So,
it's the top part of the old 25 version.
So as you can see on my screen, you didn't ask for any.
Because I'm dumb. Can you just put that order as Steve Dumb?
Yeah, sure.
You only had me check it like 5 times. Thank you.
Anyway, I love you guys. You're great.
Love you too. As I melt the hell out of this connector. Oh God. It would be worse if I did more, but this is just bad with just like
how about pinky non sequiturs? Yes, it's like, yeah, that's right, Bray, but how are we gonna get the bowling ball into the back of the moose? It's like
all right, I'm screwing up. I'm leaving this one to the side. That's for future Steve.
There we go. All complete. All done. Now I need to program it, which I use my nifty little script for.
All right.
I like this very old one I have. Let me change it here. Like one of the first ones I bought. where the case is all like janky, but I love it. It's Mr. BlueSCSI himself.
Oh my gosh, it's the man.
Oh
As soon as I
wow!
was showing off my janky case, Eric's like, "What's going on in here?"
And he's got one of those new 3D printed cases
Focus.
that just came out today.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look at me with the old ones. How you doing?
Obsolete forever.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
We're doing well. Glad to see you here. Thank you very much for joining, Eric.
Yeah, no problem.
We were just talking about how delicious the new versions are.
Oh, I gotta put a card in it. It's not gonna work without a card in it. You would think I've done this approximately 1,700 times by now, but no, apparently.
Every time
It's a simple thing
Because the
to
boss
forget.
is in the chat now. I'm getting all nervous.
I'm glad Eric joined after I soldered the connector to the wrong side.
You again?
This is why I'm not a reseller of these products. Okay, I don't meet the quality bar.
Oh yeah.
There it is. It passes the test.
Just getting all my screens set up. There's
Time.
Boop.
a look around. It has a Wi-Fi power book.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi.
Now I need a jumper.
All done. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Isn't it great?
It's so fun to be like, look, it's wireless.
I don't know if I have any jumpers.
I got some.
Oh well, thanks.
Just
I'll reach through the internet.
Throw them real hard.
Real hard.
Hold on. Let me see what I got.
You don't have just like a bin of them from when you were doing all that computer repair back when you're in your 20s? I mean, I do. I still have a whole stack of them.
I'm sure I have some more, but they're like lost forever. In the sea that is the basement.
They went in the rabbit and now they're gone.
Yeah, it's been processed into poop about 5 years ago.
What am I doing next?
can always
well,
get
I
a-
did BlueSCSIs. Let's print some cases.
You always get a free jumper off the Mac SE motherboard.
Yeah, yoink.
Like, you won't be needing this, Mr. 4 megabytes.
Here's what I'm working on. My droid cam is like all janky, but
Ooh. And so explain what that does.
this is first. This is the new case that Bruce made.
Ooh.
We got lots of new cases. I've been actually like going on Thingiverse and or other places and like, oh, people have put cases and stuff out there I'd never seen before. So
I'll have to print some of the ones Bruce made.
yeah.
Sounds fancy.
And then, well, this is a Pico debug. So where am I? This one's using Pico probe, so I can debug this one. So it's hooked up to the debug headers here, and then can do some reset and other stuff here.
Neat.
So I've been debugging an issue.
Debug.
Fixing problems.
It's nice the problem only happens when I can't see it. So
That's a feature.
yeah.
The
Eric,
product is working as designed.
What version of the desktop V2 board has the pads for the Pico castellations?
The latest one does.
That's the 20. Was it the 10.3?
I do believe so.
I think is the date.
So it's this one. Well, this is a prototype one. I'll take this off so you can see it.
This right here.
But I have headers on this one just because it's my test one. But you can see that on the side here, there's pads for castellation, as well as connecting. So
Well, we can't see anything because you're underneath the little colophon that's stuck on the screen there.
There you go. So on the side here, I'm backwards. Everything's backwards.
Make Eric big now.
Do it.
But on the side here, you can see the castellation pad. So if you look at a Pico, like this, I only have like 500 Picos. No, not really, but
We'll just use our imagination.
Put one on super big mode here.
and my office is clean, as you can see. I actually was able to vacuum.
You and Ron are shaming me.
There you go. That's kind
Do
of
what we can.
like.
But if you can see here how my camera is really janky today. Sorry. But you can actually solder onto the outside of here so it can lay flush with the thing you're soldering it to. And then also there's pads on the bottom because there's just some extra pins that aren't exposed on the 20 pins on the side, as well as the USB headers are up here. So we did have a version with a USB-C connector on it, but we kind of, it's so hard to get these soldered on correctly. If we had a machine do it, we could do it easier. And we have some ideas to make it easier too. But so this is a prototype with a USB-C on it.
That's so cool.
But you need to actually solder these 3 pads on the bottom side, which is not trivial. So yeah, we'll make it easier.
Hey, Kate, thank you very much for joining. Hello.
Yeah, Ron's room is looking very clean, except for this little. This is the this represents the last of the petty cash. No, this represents the very last of the mess, and everything else is slowly getting organized. Like there's boxes that have labels on them, like telling me what's inside. It's amazing.
Don't open this one again. What you're looking for is not in here.
Right. Yeah. All right. So hey, Eric.
Yeah.
BlueSCSI V2 firmware 2003 11.16. That's the latest.
Yes, I do believe so.
Neat. All right.
Yeah, I was
11.16.
digging through my BlueSCSIs, and I had an external that had like the old firmware. I think it was the version 1 before CD support was like a thing, like a very old one. And I was like, oh, I'll just update it. And then I'm like, I'll just build another external. This is more my speed.
Yeah, I was trying to help someone yesterday with V1 updating, and it's either, especially with Windows, it's either it works right away or you got to fiddle with it for a day. So
Yeah.
A day.
Sounds right.
That's really optimistic. Yes.
Yeah, at least V2 is drag a file in the worst case. So
Oh yeah, no, that it's been super helpful of like, oh yeah, let me just put this like we were testing the Wi-Fi stuff. Like, oh, let me just put this on here, and it's like, oh, it's done, and I get a visual confirmation of it was flashed. I don't have to guess.
yeah.
Okay, I plugged it in and I held the button down and it shows up.
Yep.
And I can copy the file to it.
Yep. It's so much easier to do.
And then
It's just that simple.
And then it will reboot on its own.
And that's it. Once the green light starts flashing, you're ready to unplug it and do that.
When the light is green, the trap is clean.
Yeah, I love that it auto ejects and everything, so it's like hard to screw up. It's like, oh, it's done.
Don't worry, Steve. I'll find a way.
No, I'll find a way.
I'll find a way.
Race to the bottom. Okay. Mac 84 versus Ron's computer videos.
I apologize, Ron. What I meant to say is when you see the little light on the Pico blinking, we'll put it that way.
Yes. No, I got what you were saying there. So
how dare you, Joe?
Well, sometimes when you're abled, you forget that people that are differently abled.
No, actually, great story to brag on our good friend Eric. A very long time ago, I was trying to troubleshoot something, and he was helping me with it, and I was like, well, just it's just this color, and I was like, I don't really see in colors the same way that a lot of other people do, and he was like, really, and we kind of talked about it, and then like these new devices make use of a different color scheme that's easy for people like me to see.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So it was very nice.
I'm gonna complain and petition, so that's reversed.
Green and even lighter green.
Yes, yeah.
No.
A smaller difference of a shade of turquoise.
Oh, it's preheating.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
Up.
Ooh.
Everybody, watch my printer as it sits there idle and doesn't.
We have an imposter.
Look.
Hello, Tom.
There's color.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to whatever the heck this is. Oh, more fundraiser stream. Yes.
Yeah.
What a nice sticker that is.
I wonder where someone can get one.
It doubles as an eye patch.
If someone want to get one of those, they could go to jcm-1.com and get one.
Garth said he used one of his unbuilt BlueSCSI Pi Zeros to mod a Xbox 360.
Hey,
Whatever you gotta do.
Sounds fancy, Garth.
I think I'm the real Tom B today. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. You sound pretty suspicious to me.
Well,
Yeah, I
if you
just
feel like you're the real one, just stand up.
too lazy. Just pretend I'm standing up.
So one of the new things I'm working on is actually we have a quick connector here now. It's again it's terrible, but you can hook up screens and buttons and things.
So let's
Ooh.
show everybody that on the skip.
Yeah. So I'm adding the ability for you when you're doing like a drive image, like if you're using initiator mode right now, it just blinks until it's done, which is less than useful. I'll show the percentage and other information here about the drive you're imaging.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yes.
And then for just other things, I also have a bigger screen. I haven't opened it yet, but I have a bigger screen and what do you call this thing?
That's so handy, especially on the Mac, because it's like as the previous fundraiser stream I did a few days ago, Ron sent me some very dead PowerBook hard drives, and one of them actually worked. But bygone, wow, I screwed that up. But anyway, it tried to boot a Power Mac into System 7.1 because the old little hard drive was like, I'm alive again. So like having something like that'll just like do it without like you bothering anything is awesome.
Yep. Yeah, we got initiator mode working, so just hook up like your old hard drive directly to your BlueSCSI, set a setting, jumper, and turn it on, and it'll image it. So you can even hook up all seven devices, and it'll image them in a row.
When are you going to have HDMI output so we can show the input on our TV?
Tom, I heard you're working on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the solution is a webcam pointing at the screen.
Oh, that reminds me. This is completely unrelated to anything. Many years ago, I worked for a company that was basically a call center, and they, yeah, that one's just true. They had to show the queues, the number of people that were in each phone queue, but the phone system wasn't able to do it correctly. All it could do was show it on a phone. So they bought 3 phones, put them in special queues, then shot webcams at them and streamed the webcams to a web page.
That's one way to do it.
It worked. It definitely worked.
I found one of these old, I think Tom or Drake sent it to me. One of the little switch button thingamajigs for the BlueSCSI. I don't know where I put it. Where'd it go? It was like some
jumpers.
Some early iteration of like you were able to switch sets or something.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bag of those.
It's lost in the basement.
Did we just
I have
hear
my
her
first
say
PCB
Dave?
design and my last PCB design.
It was functional. It worked.
It did.
But
All right.
oh,
Hey, smart people.
yeah.
Hey, smart people.
All right, look at this. This is one of them there. Convert
Oh, there you go.
desktop to laptop.
Yep.
Okay. Pin 1 is over here on this side. Verified on the back of the board that says pin 1.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking I should be able to then plug this in this SE and turn this on, and it should just be like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It'll
different
either-
from the one I have. So
It will either catch on fire or it will work.
Yes.
The good thing with the SCSI cables is that they're usually, if you plug them in backwards, you're just grounding all the signal lines, so it won't blow up.
I'll take that challenge.
And with the Terminator power, you're grounding it through a nice hefty resistor, so it'll just get warm.
Okay.
My eyebrows are singed.
All right, let's see what
Steve, you're doing it wrong again.
Help! Brain!
Oh, actually, on BlueSCSI, the opposite pin is not connected on the opposite of the turn power, so it would do nothing. It should do nothing.
That's because you're smart.
Well, Androda is smart.
I'm
Well,
not
I
smart. I'm the
send
first to say it.
120 volt directly to the
Since
data lines.
since Thomas of Amiga Rochester isn't here, I'm going to fill his role,
Oh, nice.
and I'm going to mute while I'm doing it.
Okay, so it did not care for that. But it could just be this adapter doodle.
I don't think those adapters put churn power through.
They may not. Which is why I'm getting ready to supply like actual.
I had to mod mine with a little wire.
Yeah,
I
I did that.
think I have a.
I'll be right back. I have to go look for a 25 pin connector.
But now, when I need to connect something, I just connect it to this board that has every connector on it. So I got PowerBook, DB25, Centronics, 50 pin, and another 50 pin.
Plug that into a parallel port on the computer, I dare you.
Yep.
I have one of those as well, but I don't use it because it has a tendency to be like the connector's so stiff. I end up just like breaking my BlueSCSIs, so I stopped using it.
Okay.
I know this connector is really stiff.
Now that I've plugged everything in. All right, here we go. Contact.
I think I see some. Oh, you have it plugged in via USB, I see.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything on the Pico. Oh, come on. Get out of there. Okay. I just saw a flash up there. So that's maybe good.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
Let's see which PowerBook I have. Yeah, so many SCSI connectors. There it is. This one you have?
It's very far away.
Yeah, I can't. There we go.
Put a hand behind it.
I'm trying. Where am I? Well, nothing's focusing.
It looks very similar to the one I have.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it's not booting. All right. Oh, get out of there, you son of a gun. It says 250 SCSI kit on the back. Did you say that?
Yep.
Okay.
Then, yeah. So let me get a PowerBook one.
So this is how I have it wired up, Ron. Here, let's bench cam.
Yeah, I get error with the card, and then it's like, hey, everything's good. So
save.
Oh, you have that taped off. Good.
That's fancy.
I just have a marker over mine.
Since I'm big, I'm gonna do
No
shenanigans.
SCA love.
Hey, just wait.
There'll be SCA soon. It's also open. You can go add your own SCA adapter if you'd like. But don't
Bruce
do
is
it right
saying,
now.
what about the external PowerBook connector?
oh my gosh, good luck finding those
Yeah.
HDI 30s. Good luck, because I've been down that road playing around.
Yes, we had some back in 1998, but no more.
And you do an opposite to the SCSI where it can use a SCSI hard drive on an SD card connector. I would use a SCSI hard drive on a digital camera.
Oh, Tom.
I did have
if this doesn't like that it's terminated or something.
I had someone at VCF Midwest ask me about their camera, and that it had SCSI on it. It had a SCSI 2.5-inch drive, but it was like some weird proprietary format, and then we couldn't figure out how to get it working.
I want a SCSI camera that saves on SCSI.
I want SCSI on my Palm Pilot.
I will be back in a few minutes. Tom's in charge.
No,
This is my stream now. We only talk about Palm Pilots now. Joe, what's your favorite Palm Pilot?
One that is broken and will never work again.
That's my least favorite. See, Eric's got a Palm Pilot.
I mean, who doesn't?
All mine are packed away in my Palm Pilot drawer.
This is the actual Palm Pilot I bought when I was young.
I have dedicated Palm Pilot drawer because, of course, Tom.
Let me see if I have a picture of it. I do. See, look, my Palm Pilot drawer.
Ooh.
Nice.
Joe, you have to look.
That is the best thing ever.
There's also a BlackBerry in there, but...
Ow! That's hot! Ow! I'm okay.
Okay. It may just not like this adapter doodle, right?
Well, did you... Like, you're providing power, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yep. I am doing that for sure.
all right. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know what to tell you, weird lady.
Can you show it closely how it's connected and everything, so I can?
Sure. It's
Eric is so nice. He's like, I'll tech support it for you, and I'm over here throwing insults because
this plugs into there like that because it says pin 1 down here at this end.
Yeah.
I actually don't.
see
Does
that-
it? Or
you
does
see
it
those
say
red
it at the other
pins?
end?
yeah, those red pins you don't want to plug into, and the white pin is where the cut notch one goes.
The red what?
Okay, well,
Okay.
over here where my pinky is,
Yeah.
those you don't plug anything into. There's like 5 of them in a row. So that means you want to be indexed to this side.
Okay.
And this little dot here,
Yeah.
that's where the one that has no pin goes.
Okay. Well,
And if
So
you
this
look,
this header has all pins.
right. So if you look on the
And
other
this-
side of it,
And this black thing has no red
Mhm.
thing.
Right. Well, I added the red thing myself to make
Oh,
sure I didn't mess up.
Nice.
so if you look at the side with the LED on it, there's a row that has a gap in the middle. I put a little dot there. Again, my webcam is terrible, but that should line up with the gap on the PowerBook one. The pin that
Eric
you cut off.
explained it better.
So like right under the 0 of the 0626 by the resistor there.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Not really. I'm gonna make you big so I can try to see,
Sorry.
but I sure can't see.
I can like take a picture and send it to you. It would probably be.
Yeah, that'd be very kind.
My Droid cam is free and unpaid and low quality.
So there's 2 ends of the board. There is the board, or there's the side that has the power connector, and there's the side that has the jumpers to set the SCSI ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the pins all the way to the right towards the where you select the SCSI ID, right?
Right. So you shouldn't be. I don't have a PowerBook like here
Mhm.
or a PowerBook one. I think it's in my laptop.
Yeah.
That's the only one I have left. Well, I know where one is. Hold on.
Okay. I was gonna say I really don't have room to do this and set up a PowerBook, so that was, or pull a whole PowerBook apart.
Okay. Which side do you want to know about? The side that actually plugs into the BlueSCSI?
Okay. We're not skipping any pins based on where we start, right?
Well, I need to know where you're starting so I know how to answer
Well,
that.
you either start all the way at one end or you start all the way at the other
You
end,
start
right?
all the way at one end.
Right.
The end you start at
Yeah.
is the end, the same end with the Berg connector on it.
Oh, well, that's not where I started.
Yep,
Right.
he's right. I just found one, and
So it is. You start on the side with the bird connector.
yeah,
Yep.
it's weird.
Even though it says 1 on this board. Joe, is yours a 250 SCSI kit?
It is exactly the same one.
Okay.
It's identical.
All right. So I'm going to start at the other end. Okay. So, hey, looky there. Like that, huh?
Yep.
See how I started at that end and how this other end, how there's no pins touching at that other end next to the LED?
Yep.
Yep.
So the way to 100% verify it
again
is if you see where it says 250 SCSI kit,
right
here.
like right under the T, there should be 1 pin missing.
Right here.
On that. Yep.
Oh my god.
And that's where the missing pin it matches with your BlueSCSI's missing pin.
My BlueSCSI does not have a missing pin.
Well,
you need to
if you
cut
follow
that
the
off.
instructions.
The pin is there, sir. I do see on the PCB where it's like there's a scissors. Yeah. Okay.
You have to lick the pin until it falls off.
Oh, well, there you go.
And Joe shoved something in there, it looks like.
Yeah, it's called white paint.
That's a good idea. Then you can never put in wrong.
Yeah. Paint.
I have little 3D printed thingies that will go in these holes. That I did for the Titan card kit project. I shall show you. I have to find them first.
All right. Well, I'll have to abandon this one halfway because I have to wait for the other bits from Joe to arrive.
6 to 8 years to arrive.
Bits from Joe.
Oh, these won't fit because these are for bigger pins. Those won't fit. Never mind. So we're gonna fill it with super glue again because I cut the glue out.
I know Gut Bomb is not watching right now, but they sent me something, so I have to show it on screen. Where's my camera? Control thingamajig. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button again. Tom, how dare you make me push the wrong buttons?
Well, when we saw you, then that's really the wrong button.
Thanks.
Undo. Edit undo.
Unsubscribe. These are floppy disks in a little Apple box that he sent, which are very cool because there were like 3 of these at VCF East swap meet, like the one in June, and I went down to grab them and somebody else grabbed them. So I just like the box. I think they're cute. So one more piece of crap to put on the shelf. I mean, a treasure. Treasure always.
Yes.
Oh crap! I keep forgetting to send something very special to you, Steve.
Oh, okay. I hope it's a certain color.
It is very much a certain color.
Yay!
It is so much that color. It works too, by the way.
Yay!
Did I tell you that? Yep.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Boot it up, turn it on. It's like, yep. It's like, I think it's running 10.4.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that.
Look,
Steve said you could send that to me.
Tom, I have a printer to send you.
And throw a Titan 2 card in there too.
Yeah. So
Steve said he'd foot the bill.
Look what happened to this poor BlueSCSI.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the SD card socket was installed incorrectly from the factory, and I didn't catch it before I built it. So yeah, I had to do a little surgery, little surgery doodle. Problem is, I don't have extra slots, so I can't really fix it.
I'm gonna use my heat gun to try and unscrew up this one. I screwed up. So we're both working on screw up boards. Yay!
Thing is I might have another completely destroyed board. I can just take.
That's cheating.
This other one that just doesn't work. Huh.
Image writer page.
Let's play a game of Spot the Problem.
Hold on, Joe. I have to make you big. I really have to find out how to make someone an admin so they can do this stuff for me.
Let's see.
They not touched.
Well, they're not loose, but they look suspect.
They look special.
Happens sometimes.
Did I solder those?
Yeah, no.
Let's see.
Tom did it. Sure.
Tom did it.
I'm super gluing my connector now, just like you.
I learned it from watching you.
Don't get it in the wrong hole.
I checked 3 times.
I need to clean my bench. I got stuff on it. I have flux on my bench, and it bothers the crap out of me, and it's got to go away, or else I will be an angry Joe. Here we go. Got so many bad BlueSCSIs. This one's got a
I'm
resistor
gonna send Ron
dismod.
half AA batteries.
Ron loves batteries.
Ron likes these batteries.
There.
I love how you can take these out hot, and as long as you hold them by the ceramic part at the end, it doesn't burn you. Like 380 degrees, room temperature.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna try that.
You just, as long as you grab it, you get this part with like a pair of pliers, and you can hold that in with that. It's fine. Don't tell Tom. I just did that with one that wasn't hot. Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Tom.
The real
Oh,
fun
hi,
is
Bob.
you hand it to Steve afterwards. You're like, hey, Steve, hold this.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, but you don't tell him why you're holding him by that one end, and it's just like, oh, my fingers.
Smells like chicken.
Yep.
It, in fact, does not smell like chicken. Burnt skin is nasty. It's awful.
All right.
We're going to reflow these just in case. Because why not? And bridge all the pins. That's nice. Thought I had plenty of flux in there, but I guess I didn't. More. There. That's better.
And using the heat gun just made it worse. Joe, remind me next time I order, I need more headers for everything.
What kind of headers? Just like regular pins?
Power book.
So the connector that actually connects to the SCSI cable, or just the Pico pins?
The SCSI cable one. I keep
Yeah,
putting
kind of
the text that says connector this size is invisible to me. It might as well be.
Did you do it again? Or
No,
just
this is the one I did earlier.
Oh, okay.
While I was chatting away, trying to be, multitasking.
A good host.
A good host. Thank you.
Good way to save it, Ron.
Yeah.
I was zipping up my fly, and I
Told you never to call me on this wall.
these BlueSCSIs ain't gonna solder themselves.
Yeah, I told you never call me on this wall.
The private
I
wall.
can quote that movie like always and forever. It's one of the best comedies ever made.
That's one of those movies when it's on TV, you just like stop and start watching.
Oh yeah, you're like, yeah. It's like,
Like,
I had plans, but I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
Oh, Garth asked if I washed my car yet, and I have not.
It's famous now.
There's no reason to.
So who signed it? Who were all the people?
8-bit guy. I signed for Ron,
Yeah, thanks.
and So 8-bit guy, Sean,
LGR.
LGR.
Oh, Clint was here briefly earlier, so there you go.
And one other person at least, I think.
Yeah, so Adrian, and then
Yeah, Adrian.
I signed it in spirit.
Eric said, yep.
And then
I wasn't there.
CGS, like I think it's Cellgen Studio.
Oh yeah.
Are you just looking at the picture?
Nah,
Maybe.
maybe. No,
All right.
The only pictures I have open are of Steve.
That's scary. That's very scary. Well, if I bend all the pins, eventually they'll just go the way I need them to go.
Yeah, sounds right.
That's what I tried with that SD card socket. You saw what happened to it.
You fill me with confidence, Joe.
Yeah.
If Joe could do it, then I could. Oops.
Okay, so I have a PowerBook 170 taken apart here.
All my PowerBook 170s are taken apart.
Squad
And
goals.
It has a BlueSCSI in it already.
See, this is where I would put my PowerBook 170 if I had one.
Mine
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
right there.
Okay. Oh, crud. I forgot this one is in really good shape. It's got like every screw. Okay.
Yay,
So-
I did it. I did
Okay.
it.
So
I did
here is, look at this oldie. This golden oldie.
All the oldies have cooties.
I didn't mangle it that bad, see, Joe?
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas, Steve! What did you do to it?
I put it on backwards, then I
You're not-
hot aired it.
What? Like, why are you chewing on it?
It's delicious.
Okay. So
Carry on.
He was hungry.
take out the Androta and put in this other one.
Insert directly on the forehead.
Put
Okay.
in a slightly newer Androta.
Okay, so wait. Ah, damn it. I gotta cut that. I gotta cut the damn pin.
You gotta
Come on now. Ah, son of a diddly. All right.
Cut the correct one.
It's this one next to the thing that looks like it's the top, and it's that one.
All right, let's try this now that I've reflowed all the solder on this. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't.
That's the fun of old computers.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like,
it
you know what? I don't
doodle
wanna
like
work
it's
today.
working.
All right, I lifted the pin. That seems easier.
You know, that pin, leaving it on there just gives you extra speed.
And
So.
it doesn't work.
Yeah. All right, now to find a power supply.
Watch as
Oh,
Ron's
Lord.
basement slowly gets more dirty as he looks at the stupid power supply.
So I elect that we call this BlueSCSI, this failed BlueSCSI, the fart SCSI, because the vendor is Tiddle and the product is Tiddle Rebellion.
I like that. That's good. Fart SCSI.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, there's some data coming back not so right. If you actually if you turn on debug and look at and send Android RI the debug, it can tell you which pin is likely not
Yeah.
making connection. Because it's probably just off by one, one bit's getting set wrong. Scared me.
Oh, hey, look at that cool old computer.
Okay, finally.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Connector on underside. And now connector on this side. Ah.
Yay, Steve figured it out. He
I
figured
could
left
read
and right out.
sometimes.
Good boy.
See, I didn't read the whole sentence that said connector, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's on this side.
My biggest regret when visiting you, Joe, was I forgot to touch the NEC computer.
to my credit, it was buried back there. It's still, it's still relatively inaccessible.
I got long arms and a bad sense of balance. I could have touched it.
There's plenty of
Bad
junk
sense
out
of
there.
balance.
So
I might have died, but I would have touched it.
Well,
before I
see,
died.
next time you're here, you just need to use this, so you can just like.
Why, Kate? Because I did bad. So
Hi, Kate.
let me ask you, smart people. Do you put it so the plastic is against the connector on the PowerBook one? Or do
Yes.
you put it like this?
Like that.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay.
You put it so the pins are facing towards the back of the PCB.
Mhm.
Don't mess them up again.
Don't make me screw this up a new way. This has been Making PowerBook BlueSCSIs Sad, starring Steve.
Francois. Castellated holes are not available for single PCB smaller than 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Like, what? How in the heck are you going to use anything with castellated PCB or castellated holes that's smaller than a centimeter? Like,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
like 2 holes.
We've been going for 2 hours, everybody. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for hanging in there. Just want to say, again, we're doing this as a fundraiser, so thank you very much to everyone who's donated. If you want to donate, you know how to do the thing. There's the buttons, there's the links in the description, and so on and so forth. Thank you for all you generous folks. And on with the SCSIs.
Debug mode. How do I put in debug mode again? Remind me.
Make a BlueSCSI.ini file and a SCSI section, and then debug equals 1.
Yeah, I have to do that because I wanted to see the voltage that I was getting on mine.
The voltage will show without debug.
It will, because I was troubleshooting the PC one. Maybe I just didn't read it because I'm dumb. That could be very, very much.
And it's under
the thing.
CSI.
I put in the, well, I guess the private chat.
Debug equals
Oh, I have to cut this thingamajig, don't I?
file, save, close, eject.
That worked, Ron?
No. I mean, PowerBook turned on, but I'm not to the point yet where I've seen it boot. So.
Okay.
If it helps you, Ron, I'm knocking things over on my desk.
Thanks.
That
Not
pin's
sure
a
if
little
it's
bit there,
helping.
Steve.
Let's
Oh,
look at the debug log. What does the debug log have to say?
All right. Excuse me.
What was I doing?
And it loaded it this time as a different drive letter. Okay, Windows. Log.txt.
The BlueSCSI on a Windows PC should always mount as drive B. That won't cause problems at all.
Detected parity error.
Yeah, that sounds right. So one pin or one signal is probably not coming through right.
You made it unhappy, Joe.
All it did was solder it together. Blame the PCB manufacturer.
Well, no.
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 PCB way.
No.
Yeah, my stuff no likey. I see lights turning on, like on the
The Pico.
yeah, on the Pico.
Look at that code.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a hacker, man?
I'm hacking. See, this is debugging the Pico now. See, it's kind of neat because you can like see all the everything that's going on. So right here is trying to write data to the ROM drive. So I'm trying to fix a bug in there. We can like see the data that's going to be written here and start entry and all that fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Eric. I didn't make you big because I'm dumb.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go.
But it erases the flash memory fine, and then when it's try to program it, I get a crash. See?
I think that ROM drive is so cool.
Yeah. Well, once we added in all the wireless features and things like that, we didn't adjust the ROM size. So we had to pare it down just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because the Wi-Fi drivers and libraries and everything takes a bit more space. So I did that, but it's still crashing when I'm doing this. So something's odd.
So do I need to remake my ROM images slightly smaller?
Yeah. Well, I'll post some.
I was using every kilobyte available, Eric.
Well,
Apparently, Jack 68K has never
Why?
coded on an
Why?
Apple II.
Why?
yeah.
Jack, have you ever coded in raw hexadecimal on an Apple II with a green screen
That sounds fun.
in
And
the
by
90s?
fun, I mean
With some
tedious.
good music going. There's always an exception to everything. So that's
Ron, is yours still sad? I will take that as a yes. I blame Tom. He made it sad.
I did make it sad.
Told you. Oh, who let one loose?
When? I need you to
I can't
narrow
wait,
down the time frame.
I can't wait for them to invent smell-o-vision so I can send Steve an email with, a fart attachment.
Block all emails from Tom.
Card over TCP.
Yay! Jack has done it. Great. Jack is family.
Okay, I put the connector on the right side. It just confused me because I'm easily confused.
Steve, anybody who's new to the stream in the past, I don't know, hour, half hour, maybe they don't know why we're streaming. Maybe you want to talk to them about your animal rescue there.
How smart of you to remind me to do a thing. Yes. So the whole reason we're doing this stream of crazy people soldering together things and cursing at things is because there's a fantastic animal rescue called the Pipsqueakery. The link is in the video description. It's also pinned in the chat, and it's on the banner below the screen. So hopefully you put two and two together. But we are doing a fundraiser. YouTube has a little giving feature. There are no super chats today or anything like that. All of the funds that are donated goes directly to the cause. And so the Pipsqueakery is a small animal rescue and sanctuary, and they particularly take in animals that maybe have medical issues or need special needs. And their Instagram is linked in the description as well, which is adorable. A bunch of cute little fuzzy animals, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters. They even have, I think, some gophers and some things like that. So they do excellent work. I've donated to them before. I've sent them supplies before. And when I saw that they were raising funds for, I think they're building a new habitat for rabbits, I'm like, oh, well, I have to, find a way to donate. And I'm like, well, I only have X amount of coins, but everyone else has coins too. Put your coins in the bucket. And so that's why we're doing a little stream today. So we did one yesterday and or Saturday rather, and everyone was very, very kind and generous. Obviously, if you cannot afford it right now, totally understandable. Do not put yourself out just to make a donation. They always have something on their Amazon list, their Chewy list. So, feel free to use the links in the video description at another time. But we're just doing this little thing. We're having some fun. Ron is crying in the corner, and we'll try and make him happy and make his PowerBook adapter happy. But yeah, that's about it. And Tom is our court gesture for today.
Tom left. Where'd Tom go?
What?
He just randomly disappeared. Maybe he's in the background and he lost his internet.
He's going poopy.
He's gone poopy.
He's not here to defend himself, so he's going.
Yes, I am. I'm not going to be.
You are going poopy.
I'm not. I'm
Why does it sound like you're in an echoey room, Tom?
No comment.
No comment. Oh boy.
Hi, Tom.
His AAUI port disconnected. Oh gosh.
So let's play another game of Spot the Problem.
Ooh, I like these games. 1 second, please.
I'll play.
Oh, that's an easy one. It's a bit off there.
To up my cred, on my bookshelf right now is a book of Nibble Magazine 2-minute Apple programs that I remember typing in myself as a young nerd. Ah, me too. I have a stack of actual nibbles that I have my originals, and then
How many nipples do you have?
that I got at Kansas Fest. Yes, yes.
I did that once in my middle school library. They had next to the Pentium machines, they had an old Apple II, and I got a book off the shelf and I programmed a thing and it didn't work because I didn't know what I was doing. But the librarian came up to me and was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to learn how to do this." She just like rolled her eyes and walked away. You stupid kid. Stop using these resources we have here.
Yeah. What do you think of the libraries for public use? I mean, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, all the other kids were trying to hack into the internet on the internet-enabled PCs. And I'm like, I want to make this Pong type game on an Apple II by typing in like 80 pages of things. I just remember pressing like enter or whatever at the end and nothing happened. I'm like, oh.
You mean I have to tell it to actually run it? Oh, man.
It's like a baby's toy.
Yeah. Thanks, Elijah Woods. All right, so I'm gonna make sure this SD card is good. So formatting it FAT32.
I had a very questionable SD card die on me yesterday.
Okay, looks good. It's formatted.
It was so cheap it had no label on it. It was just completely black on both sides.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, yeah, that lasted about as long as I expected it to.
Do. Well, yeah, I have a button for that. I keep forgetting.
Okay, gonna use.
You want to hear my favorite new button?
That was scary.
All right, gonna use.
I went on a quest to find that sound effect
jockey.
because I remember it from Sesame Street when I was a kid, and I found it.
It sounded more like that sample from that Tatiana Ali song.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been.
That was on the
little baby.
Yeah.
That was on with the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack.
Yes, it's on like something like that.
Well, it might actually be because that is a famous sample from a vinyl record that has a bunch of samples on it that a lot of people just used for stuff.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, sounds right.
Which I'm sure are all royalty free.
Like, seriously, does this thing go through puberty? It's covered in hair. What the hell happened?
Joe, why did you adopt a cat and throw all your BlueSCSIs at it?
Yeah, I just.
Okay. This has been tough, but I'm here. I finally made it.
Ron, I'm very
Did you do the thing, Ron? Is it working?
I'm
Let's go.
trying. I'm working on it.
Stuff on my.
Okay. I'm just now to the point where I'm gonna get I'm gonna build a new image, so I gotta let up Basilisk and do an install, and then I can transfer it to the card, and then I can see what's going on.
Wait, just you don't use pre-made images? You just like make new ones?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make one just for
You-
fun. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I suppose that's okay. I'm weird too. I installed Windows 98 for fun, so it's
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I actually want to. I think I spoke to you about this on the PowerBook panel we did, Ron, or right
Mhm.
before it. I want to
Yeah.
actually like go through and make like images for a lot of the series of machines, so people can just grab one and boot it. It's like, okay, here's 7.5 or whatever with the enabler for whatever system, you know.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready. I'm
Oh,
gonna.
that's right. I keep forgetting like different systems need all this other special software on it for it
Yeah.
to function correctly.
They
And-
special.
And it's very possible you can really do some weird stuff. Like if you build your image in an emulator and you're going to use the Apple IIe option card, if you have the 2SI 2CI little graphics extension thing, all of your video will be corrupt on on the 2E card side. So it's like, thanks. So you got to know to like undo stuff like that too.
Yeah, because a lot of those installers are like, we'll just install all the things. You're a desktop, here's a battery control panel.
Right. It's
like, okay.
although
Thank
for a
you.
long time the only way to get the control strip was to do like a PowerBook install.
That's right, until
Not-
7.6.
Yeah, not thinking that wouldn't be useful for like everybody.
Yeah, that confused me for the longest time because I remember when I started to get back into these machines,
Hmm.
I would boot up a system like, didn't there used to be a thing here?
Yeah, exactly. There was, just not anymore.
I know
Okay.
Bruce hates the control strip, so I like always pointing it out.
I don't like it either.
See, I like it because I could just like
Oh,
change
but it
resolutions and
manages
stuff
all
quickly,
sources.
but it's a preference. You could turn it on or off. And if you
Okay.
hold down
Preferably
option, you
off.
can move it around. Preferably off.
Yeah, is there anything more off than off? Thanks. Okay, so I have made a new SD card with an image with 7.1, and so I'm going to come back over
Whoa,
here.
7.1. What do you have? Over 2 megabytes of memory?
Yeah, exactly.
7.1 is like the great little 7 system for underpowered machines.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
kind of works. It's
It's my
lightweight.
go-to on
kind of
a lot of the classics.
You get up to 7.5, it's like, hi, Bloat is my middle name.
Please wait 5 minutes while I load all these open transport extensions you'll never use.
Exactly.
Well, even if you like create a completely bare install, it still takes like 5 times as long to load.
Yeah.
All right. So I have
Okay, sure.
I have an SD card that looks good. You know,
Control
honestly,
Shift Command Z to hide the control strip. The other combination that's burned in my memory, I think it's like Option Control C or whatever, hides the DVD player controller on machines with the DVD player. That's one of the ones that's like it's muscle memory if I'm using the keyboard, but I can't remember what key I'm pushing.
We can put this back together and see if I did it right. I either did or I didn't. There was no in between.
Screw up or don't screw up.
Requires a little bit of adjustment.
It just occurred to me that when LGR made the donation earlier, I should have been like, and someone from Lagur, thank you, Lagur. Just something so stupid. We haven't met in person or anything, so I'm just gonna butcher your username. These are the things I find fun.
How much have you raised today?
I think it's just over 1,000. Unfortunately, YouTube Studio doesn't tell me anything, so I have to rely on people looking at the thingamajig. which I will do after I'm done soldering.
You've raised 1,000 today.
Thank you, Joe. Worst timing ever. What'd you say, Eric?
I said 1,000 today.
No, a total. I think it was 700 something yesterday or Saturday rather.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, it says 1,020.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's a boatload more than they had before we started the stream. So heck yeah! Thank you, everybody.
Can we get to 1,200 tonight? Come on, folks.
We might be able to.
Let's do
How many
it.
more BlueSCSIs do I got to solder over here? These fumes are making me dizzy.
Steve, I love how every voice that you make sounds like Carl from Aquafina.
That's the only one I know how to do.
Yeah.
It's in my DNA. Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say so many quotes, but I really shouldn't repeat those.
I was gonna make a casserole, for your loss, but I didn't.
But
Those first couple seasons were comedy gold. They were great.
God. I still have some of them like I taped off TV or whatever on actual video show. I was like going through old tapes that were not labeled. I'm like, what's on this? And then I'm like, oh, this is just perfect. Yeah, Jersey Steve strikes again. It's not even original. It's just me ripping off Aqua Teen the entire time. Welcome to Mac 86. We're gonna hit this with a sledgehammer and see what happens.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Well, you can't look at it, but
Well, I'm trying to
look at it. Look at it.
What is it doing?
Look at it. Oh, you can't see it because it's in the way. My window's in the way.
Smoke is coming out of that purple board that you have on there.
No.
It's blinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Under run though.
I can't. Yeah, because
I know. It's the problem is getting the power cable to a position where it's
Ron, if I could get that door open and come through there and smack you out of the way, I'd do it.
We love each other so much.
You heard it. You heard it. Power, right?
Yay! There I see it.
Yay!
It blinks.
It's booting.
Yeah.
Das boot.
We win.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I did it.
Now you can BBS or FTP some files.
Well, the problem is I got to install all that stuff first.
Yeah, I have an image with it all on there.
Where?
Just for you.
Where?
Where?
If you go to the wiki page with the Wi-Fi stuff, there's a link.
All right. Nice.
Linking thingy.
I'm gonna do that thing that you
the
just
thing.
said. And look, here's my old one. This is the old. I think actually I might have even had to get Bruce to send me this.
Ooh.
Because it was kind of a weird time where you just couldn't get them.
I have all of those I built too, which is fine because I have so many power books that will need them. So
yeah. All right. So let's see. What do we got
because
going on
who's going to do Wi-Fi on a PowerBook 100? No, you're going to want at least a 145B.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
B as in
better than the others.
Barricade.
Okay.
B as in barricade.
Okay. So I'm out here. Let me go to the Wi-Fi page.
Yeah, let me make sure I didn't lie to you here.
That's always nice.
So wiki, Wi-Fi.
Host attempted read at sector so-and-so exceeding image size for so many sectors. That's interesting.
That means your computer
Load
asked for a
this
sector that was
HDA.
outside of the actual image size. It's weird.
That is very weird.
Oh wait, was it the warning?
Warning: host attempted read at sector number exceeding image size number sectors so and so per sector.
Oh, actually, was that when you were using that? Is that when you had that corruption?
This is a second bad one. The one that I just fixed with the misplaced thingy.
Yeah.
Whatever that thingy
Sorry,
does.
Here we
Resistor.
Everybody change places.
But well, I wonder if you use that same SD card.
Maybe I corrupted the SD card.
Yeah, it could be like just wrote some random crap somewhere.
That's fine. Well, we will restart that. We will go Shift Delete because I just use the BlueSCSI toolbox image file for that.
Corrupting my software.
Yeah, remotely.
That's okay.
Remotely corrupting your software.
I can't chat. Like when I'm doing development, I can't like talk and do development at the same time. So this isn't working very well for me.
Sorry, Eric.
No, it's fine.
You're free to say, screw you guys, I'm going on at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really need to do a couple bigger things before I dive into this anyway. So.
All right, we just replaced the file.
I really need to find a 25-pin SCSI.
Eric, will I need to rename this file to be compliant with this HDA that downloaded? No, it just drag it on the SD card and call it a day. Got it.
I think, yeah, it's HT1 BlueSCSI Pico
Yeah.
setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
No data.
Okay, just making sure.
I found half of a case. That's not good. Where'd the other half go?
Nice.
How am I this good at losing things? I mean, come on.
See, Eric. Eric's head just going off.
Oh, good night, Eric. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Do I need to use Open Transport? Mac TCP seems fine, right?
How much RAM do you have? And what system are you running?
I have 10 or 12 megabytes of RAM.
And you're running 7.1?
Yeah.
I mean, Mac TCP is fine.
Okay. Then that's the way to go.
Yeah. I mean, you could run Open
Figured out
Transport.
how to use that once successfui.
What,
if you
Mac
use
TCP?
Yeah.
If you use the 2.1 patch that Apple like unofficially released, the UI is like 100 times better.
I don't think I've done that.
That's on the image.
Oh. Well then.
Mm-hmm. Nope, it doesn't. It don't like it. Completely clean file. Post attempted read at so and so exceeding image size. Interesting.
Okay.
Very
And
odd,
I need to modify.
Is this soldered on in the correct orientation?
So when are you guys going to add an AAUI connector right to the board?
I don't know.
No.
Well,
Never.
we're actually looking at they do have like SPI network adapters and other things, but
Oh, neat.
it's I don't know if it really doing Ethernet over SPI is probably might be a little more reliable than Wi-Fi, but probably not much.
Okay. Download the latest firmware. Follow the instructions to update the firmware. Create a new text file with the root BlueSCSI INI. Ensure the file is
I took it apart to fix it.
Open the
I made it
file,
worse.
Enter the text
I made
file,
it worse.
replace my Wi-Fi with the wireless network. name
This
and
is going to be
password,
really hard to
and create
see,
the
but can you see the
password.
problem?
What, Joe?
Right there.
No, I can't see. Let me make
Bridged
you big.
pins.
Which pins are bridged?
That chip underneath. Right there.
Oh, I had the wrong person.
Yeah, you see the-
I
yeah.
had me big. I'm like, well, I can't see the thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks.
Now I got to take this off again.
Hmm.
You get to deal with the Moo machine again.
Moo. I was like, that looks a lot like there's nothing there. Oh, because I'm zoomed in.
Hey, Eric, does it care if there is a space in your SSID?
Nope. You can you just try it out
Okay,
however you want.
cool.
You don't need quotes or anything.
All right. I just making sure because I know how I am.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times it's like you throw an underspace in something or underscore. So, okie dokie. I'm very
Yo, there's
excited.
nothing wrong with my BlueSCSI. Look.
And
Oh.
then it says make a file, make another text file called.
Hey, Gupbomb, thank you very much for the floppy disks you mailed. I got them, and I was showing them off before, and I'm on the wrong camera. So I had to click the thing. I had to click the thing again. I had to click the thing again. Floppies.
NE for
weird.
software configuration.
Going
Neat.
on the shelf. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I've done it. I did all the things it asked me to do.
Yeah, the interesting, so there are people chatting in the chat, but the interesting thing about the BlueSCSI Dynaport stuff is it's like we just pass packets back and forth. We don't actually have like a network interface. The network stack actually comes from the Mac, so
Yeah.
there's no network stack on the Pico actually. It's kind of interesting. It just passes packets back and forth. Really simple.
So now the problem is I'm going to have to fix a bunch of Macs to put these in.
It's probably a dumb idea, but I'm gonna 2-sided tape this thing in here.
I like that idea. That's a
But
perfectly
not-
cromulent idea.
But not on the first boot.
That's the official way that I ship those out. I ship it out with a tiny little piece of Velcro, so you can just go.
I think it's funny how Apple, like in their PowerBooks, they just have like plastic paper, like all over for like insulation.
Yeah. Well, it's cheaper than doing it right.
I guess.
That's twice I've removed that from this board. Let's go for a third, shall we?
Let's not.
All right. All right, we got it. Let's see what happens.
Spot the problem.
I see
Spot the problem.
See, your problem, Joe, is you're actually testing them. I'm just building them.
Yeah. That's my
future
problem
Steve's
too.
problem.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
problem.
future me problem.
Yeah.
A year from now, why doesn't this BlueSCSI work? There's like a huge bridge. Hey, Tom's back. I hope you put all our names in the Oregon Trail, Tom. I want to
did.
die of a snake bite.
It's all of our names on gut bomb.
This time, no boot.
Yes.
Pepperoni and cheese, baby.
All right. So what happened this time?
Make sure I only eat a vegetarian meal, Tom.
Hopefully this chip works.
Oops.
I don't think that vegetarian meals exist in this game.
Steven has died of not eating.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they have bunnies and squirrels.
Yeah.
You can't shoot those on the stream, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Demonetized. Banned.
All right. Let's see what happens this time.
And you can only use a buffalo if you use every piece of the buffalo.
Yeah, every bit. Get it? Every bit.
Can you imagine though, like going on the Oregon Trail, be like anus again?
Anus burgers again, Mom?
1,000.
I thought we were having Angus.
Yes, again. Yeah, you'd think that, but no.
Hey, Daddy, you can't eat carpet.
I was thinking the
Silly
exact
daddy.
same thing.
Silly
Oh my
Daddy.
god.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you gotta
Can't
boil
eat
it.
it. You gotta boil it. Yeah.
The glue gets soft.
But Daddy, it's Christmas. I had to pull a lot of strings.
To get a kid on this job. Yeah.
You put on your work boots and your respirator.
Oh God.
All right. Well, it booted, but not with
Okay, I'm soldering this the correct direction. Yes, okay.
Okay, it does boot. So I guess I'm just gonna stick this thing in here.
You think
Just
after
jam it in
2000
there, Ron.
Well, I think it's moving, and that's like not good.
Put all the glue on it.
Okay. Okay. Let's give it another shot.
I don't know how many BlueSCSIs have been built so far.
I think I'm on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
I feel like I'm still on 1, even though I've rebuilt this one 8 times.
That's because you started off cocky. That's what happened.
So 5, 1, and then Ron, Ron has 1 too.
I built the 1, but I'm testing the 1 too.
That's your problem. You don't test it. You just ship it.
I don't have it. I think I have like 1 unpopulated BlueSCSI board right now.
Is this a BlueSCSI? It's got IDE on it.
Tom, your image is so small. It's like
hold
240 pixels by 160.
Is it even that big?
Hold on, let me fix
Oh,
it.
it's booting!
I fixed
It's
it.
booting!
Yay!
Run! Woo!
Is this the BlueSCSI?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Send it
That's
to me.
black IDE.
Okay, but now I gotta fix my.
Could you make an IDE adapter that doesn't suck donkeys?
That is impossible
one
because
doesn't.
all IDE sucks donkeys. It's just the
Oh.
nature of IDE.
Boo.
Boo?
Yay! Got it working. Woo-hoo. Great.
Now I double check the orientation of where the USB port is because I'm that dumb. Okay, great.
It's always better to check.
As Eric cringes.
Yeah.
I swear we made this idiot proof, but this guy, he just takes it to another level.
It's not.
You really
proof.
you test all of our documentation and
What's
I
fun
know,
is
but-
when I get my own documentation written and then I don't listen to it.
2.
Oops.
So this one's dead because of a short. This one's dead because of missing SD socket.
Wasn't there one that was very
Let's figure
early
out why
on
this one doesn't work.
that had all the ground planes screwed up or something? Like years ago? I think
Yeah.
Bruce
It's
had one. He had to, like,
missing.
take a knife to it. It was missing. Yeah.
no, I don't know. I upload the Gerbers, and for some reason, between me building them and then uploading them, the ground fill, just was missing.
That's a feature.
Yeah.
All right.
Does this work? Yes. Or 80 boards. None of them work.
Speaking of weird boards, have we showed off Tom's board?
Oh, yeah, Tom, do you still have your
Oh,
board?
Tom, yes, you got to show that off.
Yeah, let me grab that.
I have one around, but I'll let you show it.
Gut bomb drowned.
Oh, come on, Gut Bomb. Gotta keep up the pace. You told you not to swim in the deep end of the river, but
They're collector's items, Bruce. You can sell them for like $60, more than they're worth. Or more than-
collectors. Oh God. They're add your own ground editions.
well, Tom did add his own ground. It did work too.
I'm sure it's just slightly worth the trouble.
It was not. $2 PCB.
Yeah.
7 hours of work.
Bruce, when you get all your parts, you should join us on one of these streams because last time we did this together, you did like 5 in the time I did like 1.
I saw Bruce was doing it all manually, like all the chips and everything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But
That's
I mean, with the version 1, he had like a little jig he made up to like fold all the pins and like he had it all sorted. And I'm just like, derp, derp, derp.
So
Take my sweet time.
if BlueSCSI is too solid of a product for you,
Too solid of a product.
you can get FlexSCSI.
Hold on, we got it. Make
Yeah, yeah.
This is,
Like these guys.
It's a BlueSCSI on a flexible PCB.
do that so it rips and then it stops.
That
working.
is like the moment you came up with that idea, I was totally like, this is both the dumbest and coolest thing ever. Love it.
So I transported. Joe was gracious enough to send me a handful of BlueSCSI with bad SD cards sockets. So I desoldered every component and soldered it onto this Flexi PCB, and it did work at one point. One of the jumpers kind of broke, so that pad got messed up. So I got to fix that. So I have no idea if it still works or not.
Every time you handle it, it breaks more.
Well, here's the thing. I brought it to the VCF Midwest, and then it found its way into the bottom of my backpack, which is not a good place for a flexible PCB.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the rest of the chips still look like they're still on there.
It's nice for like toning out and seeing like through, you know, where the traces are going.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
And,
Eric, there's two files. There's or for the Dynaport drivers. There's a DC4 and a DC6.
Yep. It just depends on what you have. So if you have disk something that came out disk copy 4 or disk copy 6.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did not know what the DC stood
Yeah,
for.
I just didn't want to assume what utilities you had.
This
Are you in Europe, Ron?
Columbia.
Do you need an
Will it not
adapter?
mount? Will it not just mount?
Well, it depends if you have like. I should have put like drop disk or something on there too. If I didn't.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the one annoying utility. Like disk copy is like never pre-installed for whatever reason.
Yeah, there's disk copy. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yay.
I'm good. I've got to install disk copy. No, that's cool.
Now we check this one.
All right, sweet. Okay, and let's copy disk copy to my drive.
Bruce says that definitely qualifies as brilliant and stupid. That's very on brand for us. And I love it.
Okay.
All right. How
Got
much did
that.
LGR donate? I can't scroll up and see that.
$128, I believe.
Dang, y'all.
28?
I know. It's fantastic. And I love the play on 128, bytes. So perfect. The perfect amount.
Spot the problem. Episode 3.
Joe's gonna show us like an X-ray of like his shin or something. Oh, they're touching.
Yeah. And that's just not supposed. That's not a thing. It's not supposed to. Solved it.
They're playing footsie with each other.
But you can see I tried to fix this once before. By all the flux.
Damn you, past Joe.
And I made it worse.
Well, there you go. I donated.
Oh, thank you very much, Eric.
Okay.
Holy crap. You win. Jeez, thank you, Eric.
I had to double it. So next one's 512.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Not it. Sorry.
I can donate 512 pennies, 512 kilobytes.
Eric, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's coming from my BlueSCSI funds, so happy to help.
Excellent. I'm going to reach out to these people. They're going to be like, who are you again?
I didn't read real good because I installed the Apple Talk stuff too.
Oh, don't worry. I don't read anything wrong.
Well, I was trying to read the instructions correctly, but it's...
That's a feedback thing I have to give to StreamYard because donations do not show up. Thingamajig. You tell them you're an influencer. What exactly do you do? I put together BlueSCSIs incorrectly.
People just eat it up. You're just doing this on purpose.
You what the what now? Yeah.
I still have a very different Apple IIe Y cable adapter from a different person other than Joe. I bought before I knew Joe made a thing, and I screwed that up so bad. I don't think I even. Yeah, it's still there looking at me. I don't think I've even fixed that yet.
Are you sure you assembled it incorrectly and it's not just incorrectly designed?
Oh no, I just put it on backwards because I put the connector on backwards. Because I'm
'Cause there-
smart.
During my investigations of competing products, I found several that were simply designed wrong and connected 12 volts to ground.
Oh, maybe it's good I didn't use it then. I saved myself. I like that, Kate. Micro influencer.
Oh, that's great. That's the best.
I
Like,
influence
it sounds
others who
important,
then influence.
and it's
people.
really just like bullshit. It's great. I love that.
So they have no
Sorry,
idea
I'm
you're
smart.
doing this. You're just
No, because I actually had to because there's the YouTube giving thing. Wow, can't speak. Like you have to choose a 501c3 or whatever, and I know
Right.
they were a 501c3, and I'm like, oh, I have to add them, so I had to like go through this form and fill it out and like submit it on behalf of myself to get them added as a charity, so I could like do a fundraiser for them. And I thought that process would take forever, and I did it. Like an hour later, it was like, oh, it's approved. I'm like, oh, okay. So yes, they don't know. I mean, I've donated stuff to them before, so they if I message them, they'll be like, oh, this is the guy that did the thing before. So yeah, it'll be a pleasant surprise, I hope.
yeah. Awesome.
Steve, did you steal 2 oxen?
Maybe. Who wants to know? You come straight to the face. How do you steal 2 oxen without noticing?
Well,
You're like, and you're like, shh.
Quiet! I'm stealing you.
It's like they're back in the back, like doing noises, and it's
Oh gosh.
I was just reminded. So a nonprofit organization that. So I went. The longest I ever drove for a pickup of some old Macs, and this guy, he was just going to recycle them, and he put them up, and so I got like two 2GSs and like 2 Apple II cards. And
Oh, nice.
a whole bunch, like just tons of stuff. And I was like, well, do you want anything for this? And he's like, no, I was just going to recycle it anyway, so I don't care. I was like, well, is there like an organization I can donate to or something? So there's a local animal shelter there, so gave him
that's cool.
a little bit of money and said just
That's
for his kindness to pass it on. So
Okay. Hey, I do have a question though. In the setup on step 4, it shows in the little box that's showing you configuring Mac TCP. It says like you set your IP address at the top level, but inside the settings, there's like the domain name server information.
Mhm.
Like, but it just has like an IP, but I don't see where else that says that same IP.
that's like your DNS server. So like
I mean,
Google's 8.8.8.8.
right. I was gonna say because I certainly don't run DNS at home.
Yeah. So it's either you can just, if you don't know, you can just put in 1.1.1.1 or 8.8.8.8.
Okay.
Or if you know your ISPs, you can enter that in too.
Sure.
I'm up to 5.5 BlueSCSIs. Well,
I'm
more
at
like
2.
5 3/4. This one's just missing a SCSI connector.
I'm fixing old ones that were broken is what I've been doing. In case that was
Tom, the Buffalo Tom, not the bunny.
Where's that ban button?
Oh, CDI in the chat was asking about SCSI attached scanners.
Oh,
I mean, if I could sniff the traffic of a scanner on the SCSI bus, I could emulate it. So I don't know. I don't really know the benefit of that, but
totally worthless.
if I'm really bored one day,
I mean, I have a collection of weird printers and/or scanners. If they could be of any use to you,
just take it on the plane next year.
Where's Steve? You were supposed to arrive yesterday. He got held up in customs. Where are you taking these printers?
Chooser.
So I can just imagine a lab full of these Apple IIs playing Oregon Trail got really annoying just because the music would play randomly and like speakers are loud. And the Apple IIe doesn't have a headphone jack.
That's where the fun comes into play.
You just have like Yankee Doodle Dandy playing, over 20 Apple IIs.
If you're a whole bunch of 10-year-olds, you don't really care. You're just sitting
No,
down.
you don't care. The teacher's care, though, I'm sure. Oh no, it's computer time today. Playing Oregon Trail.
Number munchers, Oregon Trail. Mavis teaches typing. All that fun stuff.
But Mavis speaking wasn't a real person.
In middle
She's
school,
real
I
to me.
helped our math
No,
teacher
you're
set
not.
up all the Apple IIs. And the only one I couldn't set up was a Laser 128 clone. And I had no idea what it was. And I was like mystified by it. But it had a password. So you turned it on and it asked for a password. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Why don't you just dump the ROMs and
It's working.
Yay!
I
look at-
pinged something.
I was dumb then. I didn't know the thing.
You're
I didn't know a lot
online.
of things.
Ron is on the information superhighway right now.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. I'm gonna load up
Slow
iCab.
down there, Rons.
I'm gonna load up iCab. See if it'll run on this PowerBook 170.
Power book.
Yeah, I remember that.
You need Drag Manager.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Thread manager. Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into that. We'll put it on your SD card. Use the BlueSCSI SD transfer tool or FTP. It
Fatapa.
since you're online.
Wow. Or just use one of these other browsers.
Yeah, Mac Web. Or
There's a lot of cool stuff on the internet. Yes, there is, Bruce. Like recapamac.com. Try loading that up and watch your PowerBook explode.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the frog find, the
just been fixed.
www.frogfind.com.
Tom?
There's something wrong with this keyboard.
you need to work on your aim there.
The best thing ever
Well,
was
you can kill
bullying
him on the
Sean.
stream.
The best thing ever was bullying Sean into putting my frog on the website.
Yeah. Okay, I put in www. Do you actually have to put HTTP? I guess HTTP.
Some older browsers are. Don't
Yeah, no,
probably-
no.
You sure do. You sure do.
You sure do.
It doesn't know. You could be putting Gopher. You could be going to a Gopher site.
It could be.
The internet is a fad.
It did
Hey,
not.
Saul, how's it
It
going?
did not load. Oh, there's the frog.
There he is, in all his dithered glory.
That frog. Look at it. All hail the Hypnotoad.
That's just not gonna work.
I
I like there's a really great joke I think in the new season where they're watching it. It's like, oh, I've seen this one. It's-
That's pretty good.
you don't say. All right, I got to replace the mouse in this one. This one is really bad. You got to put a lot of pressure for the mouse to work.
Ron, if you need parts, I have those parts from VCF. So
That's
they're
cool.
still
I
in
have
there.
a few. I got a few keyboards and stuff too.
And I got to
so
send you back all your stuff. I'll be soldering up a storm in December. So
that's okay, man. It's not pressing. I just
there's
actually
a weight on my shoulder.
yeah. Wooden Gamer actually finally sent me that that blue PowerBook.
Oh, nice.
So I got to do a video or something.
That
about
was so cool.
Yeah, it is really neat. So got to do a video about that and then figure out what to do.
Ron, did you scan my super drive?
Yes, I just scanned it today, so I have the rest of your parts over here on the desk. So I'm gonna box it up and get it back in the mail to you tomorrow.
Awesome.
Over on the.
Not
And-
that I need it
and-
anytime soon.
And it's so funny. I actually bought one of those machines.
Nice.
It just came in the mail today. Have
What
not
machine
had
is this?
any time to open it.
Yeah. Well, now that you're online,
I know.
you can unbox it on the stream if you want.
Oh my god.
What machine is it?
What is it? It's a clone.
Supermax 3000.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Supermax.
StarMax.
Yeah,
Oh.
StarMax
Or
3000.
StarMax,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that Steve doesn't
Yeah,
care
I got a
for.
PowerBook 1. So going to shop, adding one to shop.
One to shop.
And
Oh,
watch
dang.
somebody order a kit. And this is assembled, and it's like
Just to spite you.
they'll just get one assembled for free. It's just how it
Look,
be.
there's lots of great tools on this little image.
Yeah, I think so. What I'm gonna do in a little bit here is take the raw SCSI bootstrap image, plus this image, plus other stuff I've gotten from writing Fix a Fork.
Fix a fork. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fix
Put it
a
all
fork
together.
is the best thing ever. Is that public yet, or is that still in beta?
It's beta. You can download it on the Tinker Different thread, and I'll post a link here in a second. But
You should give us a live demo.
oh yeah, I actually have it.
I'll
Oh,
make
it's
the
on my.
full screen. Let me know when.
Hold on.
Hold, please. Yeah.
I'm gonna use Infinite Mac, but I don't have my emulator set up on
No
this.
worries. Good night. Thank
was-
you very much.
It was fun coming up the names for that. You know, it's like I want unfork it.
Yeah.
Fork you, man.
Yeah, fork you. It was who submitted? Somebody submitted an icon that was a fork with the middle tied up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
All right, man. This is all kinds of great.
All right.
Cool.
My goodness, we've been farting around for about 3 hours now.
No, well, you had to be at least 3 hours because last time you did this, I was going to tune in 2 hours into it, and you're already done.
Yeah, I got lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hungry. The tip is to eat dinner before you stream.
Yep. But just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip of carrots into your mouth.
All right. So I'm going to put some foam in here so it will hopefully not short out.
Ron, get some of that quick setting cement and just mix up a little bit.
Yeah,
Shove some plaster of Paris in there. It's
fill it
fine.
up.
Wow, this PowerBook is heavier than I remembered.
There.
Tom.
I
Tom,
had to
what are you
censor.
doing?
I have to censor the hunting.
Cool. So let's go to my website. And
I regret sending you every single photo I've ever
one in
sent.
stock.
I don't even know where this photo came from. I just had it on my computer called steve.bitmap.
I'm so glad.
Why am
I think it was during one of these streams. Then you put me in a photo frame, like in the background.
Yes.
All right. So
We're
now
all
I'm going to get
special
the
friends.
rest of my utilities on here. And man, this machine will be like good to go.
That's great, Ron.
Now I just need a working PowerBook battery, and I'm ready to go to Starbucks.
Woohoo.
GCS is building some.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
Oh, okay.
Is Kate says, is that view of Tom Barber's ceiling above his bed? I sure hope not.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh
See,
my god.
that's before I replaced the foam pads on my headphones. So that dates it. All right, all I need is some 25-pin connectors, which I know I have somewhere, and these are all good to go. Oh yeah. Actually, no, I have to do the top of this because I'm dumb and I forget.
All right, let's see.
Oh wow.
I'm going to order more Flux for Christmas.
Okay, there's apps. And where's games?
All right, you can make me big.
Make Eric big. All right, guys, you got to pay attention to this. This is really cool.
All right, so you've probably downloaded a file from the internet before on your Mac or transferred it to your BlueSCSI image.
Yes.
Or did something, and then it looks like this. You're like, oh, I want to. Ron's like, oh, I'm going to FTP some stuff, so I'll download Fetch. And you get it, and it's this icon. It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't open anything, and you're like, what the heck? So I made a little app called Fix a Fork, which will, when you drag and drop, boom, fixes the resource fork as a typing creator, and now you can double click it, and it'll work.
Man, look, it just worked.
Witchcraft.
That's it.
Burn him! Burn him!
That's really great.
That's really awesome, Eric.
Yeah, it supports 300 types by file extension, and it supports about 10 by me like poking and looking at the data structure.
Yeah.
I'm adding more and more, and it'll be open source when I get the 1.0 out, so people can look at it and see how to program and an old
What
Mac.
he's
and
not telling you is that of those 10 or so types that he has to look at and do, every one you upload sends it directly to him, and he does it in real time. And sends it
Yeah.
back.
exactly
Why don't you
So-
tell me what type of file you want it to be?
Joe has measles. What?
So Bruce has a question. Does it do it based on the extension?
Well, yeah. So the extension is the fallback. So, like for this one, it looks at it and actually tells. I can tell between a like a sit 1 or stuff at 1, 3, or 5. So I look at the data structure and put the right typing creator in there, so it's the right type of sit. Disk copy 4, I can look at and understand. Disk copy 6 is really weird because it's raw and stores everything in the resource fork, like everything, all the metadata about it. So I can't really, it's really hard to tell. I can make some educated guesses based on what I see, like if I see an HFS partition or other things, but it's not foolproof. So I'm going to have a flow for like, if it's something that's I'm not confident on, I'll ask you like, hey, is it this one or this one? Because I don't know. And I'll actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best workflow for this because I don't want to, most users don't know what these things are and won't know how to answer them. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. That's why there's like no UI. You just drag and drop and I do the most right thing I know about how to do. So yeah, you can go to Tinker Different and search for Fix a Fork if you want to play with it yourself. Try some files and give me some feedback.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
That is great.
Put the link in the chat when you get a chance.
I will right now.
And yeah, Bruce mentions, this is what happens when, the Macintosh applications and files and all this stuff have what's called resource forks to help identify their file type and make sure they open correctly. It's not like a PC where there's a 3-letter extension that like basically tells it what to do. The old system on the Mac was not like that. So if you are sending files or preserving files seemingly, and you're just like moving them around and you put them on a PC disk or anything like that, it's going to lose that precious resource fork. So you always want to compress it with something like bin hex or stuff it or something like that. So you make sure that it preserves all that juicy data and it doesn't screw up.
Yeah, and that's a good idea, Kate, is to hide those advanced options between or behind like a holding option or holding, well, not option because it closes the window, but holding a modifier key when you're opening it to do some more advanced things. Because the other thing too is like maybe like you've downloaded a CPT file for Compact Pro, but you don't have Compact Pro installed.
Yeah.
But you have stuff at 5 installed, which will expand a Compact profile or profile. So there's all those other kind of like nuances to this as well.
Yeah. And the dialogue, like if it's confused, you could just say in plain English, like, hey, look, this is a tricky one. Which one do you want to try it as? And then, hey, you know what? You screw it up. You choose the wrong one. Well, just choose it again. Some sort of way to be like, oops.
You know what? I should have like a way to like strip the fork too. Like fork off.
Fork off.
Fork
yes.
off. Eh.
Yes.
I'm gonna make that now. Just strips and destroys the resource forks.
Can my face be the icon?
I'm gonna use that one.
Yeah.
That picture that's on the stream right now on Tom's.
God.
That's got to be the one.
Tom, send me that.
Deal.
Oh god.
Hey, Steve. Make me big for 1 second.
Yes. Me click buttons, fast go.
Okay, hold on. Now I gotta switch to the right thing. All right. Hey, everybody. You see this? This is an older PowerBook BlueSCSI. It works. It's great. It just came out of my PowerBook 170. The next person that donates $20 or more to Steve's effort here tonight, I will send this to you anywhere in the lower 48. So if you're in the lower 48 states and you want to get a BlueSCSI for PowerBook, $20 or more. Next person that does it, Steve will let me know, and I'll send it to you.
Awesome.
That's it.
That's awesome, Ron.
Should have waited to donate.
I know you could have finally gotten one. Finally.
Yeah, so that's a perfect solution if you have a PowerBook and it has a dead clickety-click hard drive.
Yeah, it works perfect. I just upgraded.
Awesome.
Off it will go until the end of the stream.
Yep. So we're so now I want to put some CDs on this thing. So now I got to read the wiki. I got more reading.
Well,
It's
I can just tell you.
It's like a baby's toy.
There we go.
$20.
Steve Carlson. Eep. Thank you very
Okay.
much for the
All right.
donation.
Somehow reach out to me.
So maybe how about this? Email me, mac84tv@gmail.com, because that gets spammed anyway. I don't care. I'm putting it in the chat. Oh, we got happy music too.
Yeah.
So wow, $1,300. That's awesome.
That is great.
So Steve, please send me an email. I will put you in touch with Ron, and we will get that PowerBook BlueSCSI edition sent to you.
Woo.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. And my goodness, everybody who has donated tonight, amazing. Thank you. This is fantastic. I don't know how long we're going to keep going because we've been going for 3 hours, but we'll wind down eventually.
All right.
As we all die of whatever. Oh, Ron died. Oh,
I died. So tell me what I need to do, Eric. I make a directory that's called CD.
CD and then the SCSI ID. So if you want CD3 for the SCSI ID 3,
Okay.
and then just drop all the ISOs you want in there.
Neat.
Or toast files.
And then is the utility
so when it starts up, it'll mount the first in alphabetical order.
And you can just eject them, right?
Yep. Well, you don't actually. The new one, which is on that image, you have you can just switch between them. You don't have to eject manually anymore. You can it'll automatically eject and inject the next one.
Okay, super cool.
Yeah, vent pen syndrome. I fixed it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to rummage around and try and find those 25-pin connectors because I know I tripped over one the other day.
Sounds painful.
It was.
I think I fixed this one too.
Nice.
Find out. Yeah. I am on a tear tonight. I'm fixing all the broken BlueSCSIs.
Woohoo.
I usually don't have time when I'm building them. If I build one and it fails, I just literally throw it in a little bin here and grab another one.
Mm-hmm. The fix later pile.
Yep. The fix later day is today, apparently. So that is a BlueSCSI V1 for PowerBooks. Works great in the PowerBooks.
It does.
And they are on sale on my website, basically at cost, because they need to go away. So if you want one, go grab one.
Yeah.
At VCF Midwest, I brought my bag of all my BlueSCSI V1 stuff, and I was talking to someone from Think Geek or Free Geek Twin Cities, and he was like, how much you want for that? I was like, you can just have it. So I just handed him a bag of, I don't know, probably 100 BlueSCSI V1s. So
nice.
Hopefully they can put them to good use.
Fingers crossed.
You're making me look bad.
No, I wanted to get rid of them, and he wanted donate them to your local Free Geek. But there's not that many Free Geeks around anymore, though.
No.
This goes right here in this bin.
All right. I think I have all my goodly stuff loaded up here. Very excited.
Kate just donated.
Boop.
We don't have Steve to do an EEP.
Joe, is your site BlueSCSI do Canada? No.
EEP.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh wait, Joe has his eat button. Joe, press your eat button.
Did it work?
Yes, it worked. I have typhoid now, Tom. Oh, nice. That's why I was wondering why it was $37, but now I get it.
Yay!
Yeah.
So just these two that are both busted. Okay.
If you're looking for BlueSCSIs in Canada, Drake sells them there.
Yes.
BlueSCSI.ca.
This is the one with the shorted pins on it. So let's mark it. Oh, piece of paper.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to take it apart one more time and just double check.
Because why not?
Why not?
All right. Very excited. Very excited.
What's the Wares book from Gutbaum?
How is there fire in the wagon? Who is playing with fire?
How else do you treat typhoid?
That's true.
Oh, golly.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Did anybody hear my eeps? I guess not.
No.
Oh.
No.
Eep to Kate, thank you very much for your kind donation. And eep to Stephen, because I don't know if I eeped you. And Ron, I got an email from Stephen and forwarded it along to you on Discord. So that has been
Great. All right. We will make it happen.
Yeah, and I was on the other side of the basement, and I just heard Joe go, "Why?" I was like, "Wait, what's going on?" Oh,
And now the amount is at Elite.
oh, wow, that's amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, Tom, did you start the fire intentionally in the
Of
wagon?
course, they had to treat Eric's typhoid
With fire.
with fire. Yeah.
He's got to cook that buffalo somehow.
I guess I need the CD-ROM extension if this
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna. Yeah.
It's on the. Oh, I removed it from the.
I have a floppy disk that's the official CD 300 floppy. And how many times I've had to use that stupid thing?
Yeah, it's on the BlueSCSI bootstrap image. But I don't know. I just didn't want to distribute it with my app. I don't think Apple will come after me, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I get it.
Just blame it on me. Steve put it there. See, I bought like a bunch of these SCSI connectors like in 2018. I'm trying to remember where they went.
No idea.
Hey, what do you know? The Savage Taylor image has it.
Yep.
And I just happen to have that on my machine here. So I wonder which one I need to run though, because there's a bunch of different options.
Yeah.
Looking at readmes.
There's some take less memory, some support more like formats, and if you want ISO 966 or whatever,
Yeah.
960, you need a different one. or Red Book or whatever all those things.
Yeah, those wacky formats.
The beige book. All I can say is maybe.
Yeah. Tell my wife I said hello. Well, heck, this has gone really well.
Yeah.
Once I stopped freaking out and learned to love the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we go. Spot the problem number 6.
Let me make you big. Oh,
It's close.
it's very close.
Oh, no, it's
Bluetooth electrons.
Go.
Yeah.
Gupom's in bed, so we have to be. We have
floating
to
in
talk
random
very
noise.
quietly. Oh, nice. So, Ron,
Yes.
your BlueSCSI is going to go in a PowerBook 520C. There you go.
That's cool. That's good.
That's awesome. That's a good PowerBook.
Yeah,
Eric.
I would say.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you died.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Why didn't you slow down? Why didn't you buy medicine? All your fault.
Medicine's expensive. I didn't have the money. Well, I did, but
Sold some bullets.
it's expensive.
Couldn't find a speeder that I liked.
I tried to feed you squirrel, but you didn't want the squirrel. It's better
Typical
than
Eric.
Mom, who I just instantly drowned within the first 5 minutes of the game. At least you're not gut bomb.
At least. You know what? I wonder if we can play the network version of Oregon Trail on Infinite Max Apple Talk stuff.
Ooh.
Joe,
Fun.
I hate to tell you also, but you died as well.
I just simply died.
You just died. You didn't even die of anything. You just died.
Yeah, it was.
Typical guy.
No food.
He died the way he lived, inhaling smoke from his solder.
Typical
think-
Joe fashion.
You died the same way that Padme did. You just got really sad.
But the music is so happy.
You died from sad.
You died from sad. I died from white balance blowout.
Yeah, I mean your camera does have very specific challenges relating to you.
My forehead hurts. Help.
Tom, I have some bad news for you. You died. Oh no.
Oh no, Tom.
I think Steve's the only one left.
What? Yay. But I'm going to make it all there and I'm going to be alone.
Well, the good news is
Your last time.
You're live.
I'll visit you.
my H key doesn't work. Oh no. My R key doesn't work.
Doesn't seem like many of your keys work.
Did you know that if you go to jcm-1.com, you can get a new keyboard encoder for your Apple II that will fix that problem, as long as that's what the problem is.
Oh no, the problem is it was asking me a yes or no question, and I was trying to type full words.
Oh yeah.
Typical Tom. Classic Tom.
Tom died as he lived.
Hey, it's all working. This is so super cool.
I can't type dysentery.
Oh.
So let's see what happens when I try to run a Hard Day's Night. Will Steve get a copyright strike?
Tom died as he lived. Rip.
He died while farting. That's what that means.
Is that song copyrighted? The Apple II version of Taps?
Don't worry, YouTube will find it. Some
Yeah.
obscure person has a license for it.
Hey, here's a fun story about like people screwing other people over on YouTube for that type of stuff. To this day, seemingly, I am the very first person that uploaded this like public domain short from like the 50s on YouTube. So since I'm the first person to upload it, to this day, I still get notifications where people are like, or where it's like, hey, do you want to take this down?
Oh.
And I'm like, no, stop asking. No, I don't want to do that. Just let people leave. Let them live.
Go to the Internet Archive, download all the public domain music, upload a whole bunch of videos.
Profit.
and screw with everyone.
It's a horrible idea. I dropped a floppy disk.
Well, you're saying since you're the first one who uploaded something, like you're the copyright of this?
Yeah, as far as YouTube thinks, okay, here's your copyright strike.
It's been a copyright strike, and I've been sued by YouTube.
It's true. Sorry, I'm now installing QuickTime on a black and white machine.
I also like to do useless things, Ron.
Yes.
Might as well put QuickTime VR on there since you have 12 megs of RAM.
Yeah, like, come on.
That's true. Yeah.
The
Let's
future. QuickTime future.
I remember reading about that in like Macworld and just thinking like, oh, that's crazy and awesome. Installing it on my machine and being like, oh wow, this is a little thing I can rotate.
Someone tried to nail one of my favorite streamers for singing a 500-year-old song. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm terrible at singing, so nobody could ever say, well, he sung the song. It's like, no, he butchered it. That's
Yeah, Steve tries to sing his favorite songs at Shazam, and even Shazam is confused.
Yeah.
Shazam's like, ew.
You know, it's so funny. I played the theme song for Wings, and Franz Schubert's estate came after me. It was crazy.
Really?
No.
Let's say that could go either way.
I was going to say, he's been dead a while.
All right.
Good movie,
Well,
though.
I have to go in 10 minutes, but if someone donates within that next 10 minutes, I will give them a BlueSCSI DB25 non-Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice. Hey, you know what? I never really thought about but yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, the external ones are my favorite because I just plug them into everything and transfer files. Go.
Mm-hmm. This is one I built for VCF Midwest and it's just been sitting in my bag. So it's not the Flex, no.
It's been loved. It's been tested and loved.
It is. It's tested, loved, works. I actually think this is the one I had plugged into the back of the one I had at VCF Midwest.
Oh, nice. That was a really cool setup you had there.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. It took I spent like a month ahead of time just trying to get computers to work, but
yeah,
they worked.
I found rope. Look at this.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
tie my SCSIs together. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got it. We got a tie here. Who came first?
No.
It shows Kate came first on mine.
I'll send both.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. I'll send two.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Joshua. That is very, very kind of you, Eric.
No
Eep,
problem.
eep, eep,
Beep,
eep,
beep, beep, beep.
Again, just
Beep, beep.
well, I know I got Kate's on Discord, but
Yeah. So Joshua, I'm gonna put in my email address here. Please email me, Joshua, and I will pass along your information to Eric. Thank you very much, Joshua and Kate. That's awesome. Woo. I have to like a Neanderthal. I have to log into my own stream and click on my own thing and hear the echo of my own self to see we've raised $1,395. That is insane. That's
awesome.
good.
That is absolutely nuts. And we'll probably wrap it up in a little bit. Don't want to drag this on for too long. We'll get a little crazy. But Macintosh Barbarian Master. Mr. Tech Gadget on Discord. Okay. Well, yeah, send me an email because Discord search is like.
No, I know who he is then.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I'll ping him right now.
Yay. Good night, Snake Boy.
Discord, like, all weird.
When is Discord not weird?
It's like, I just looked him up. It says M ... instead of his name, and like it's doing that for everyone. It's weird.
That's perfect.
Except Ron.
Yeah.
Ron is Ron ... So the total, Jeremy, is that's the total. It was $1,395. So we raised about the same amount of money each time. I think it was like 730 or 740 last time.
Yeah.
Got the same this time. So I don't think we could top that. So this will probably be the last fundraiser for a while. Maybe do one next month.
Just think of all those pets that are going to get helped.
All
right?
those little critters. And they'll I was gonna say they'll name a rabbit BlueSCSI.
Yeah.
Geekiest rabbit.
Yes.
Yes.
Steve, you just need to adopt one from their place when you go give them the check. Say, oh, this is BlueSCSI.
This is BlueSCSI V2. This is BlueSCSI DB25.
Oh, jeez.
This
one's PowerBook. I call it PB for short.
PB.
Don't forget to feed your BlueSCSIs before you go.
Oh, Eric, apparently the streamer mode of Discord does that. So it knows your camera's being used.
Yeah, OBS is open. That's why.
See, I'm too dumb to remember that stuff. So.
Mac84.net does not come up on my machine.
Oh, no.
It says forbidden by administrative rules.
Type in dub, maybe.
I did that.
What about the HTTP?
I did P and S, and it did not like either.
What?
It's so some old browsers don't send the site header, which then can't be. It doesn't know which site to go to. So
if it's so old, yeah, multi-hosting, virtual hosts, yes.
vhost is a new thing to that PowerBook 170.
Yeah, I was gonna say I made sure because you can't get to Macintosh.com either, and Steve hosts that. So.
And I forgot, Kate has a forwarder that's decapamac.com that goes to me. I forgot all about that. That's awesome. Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, did you go to retro.mac84.net?
Let's try it.
That might be slightly better.
Maybe. I'm getting ready to install Navigator.
Netscape Navigator. Please stop Steve from singing.
So, what would it take to get a browser?
Oh, here's the floppy
on a classic Mac that actually supported new TLS?
So, I mean,
pain and suffering.
No, well, so JCS is working on some interesting things with TLS negotiation on the fly in the Pico. So,
and the main reason why it's difficult on the old machine is the computational overhead of a 248-bit key, right?
Yeah, Even
the PowerBook's like, what are these numbers for?
Yay! I fixed it. The one that was doing weird stuff.
Yay! We should
my stock just went up by 10 units tonight. Yay!
We should end this stream on a high note before I break anything.
So just click end. Just now, before anything else happens.
Ron's PowerBook catches on fire. Tom gets eaten by the little purple monster.
This game's too complicated for me.
I love how it put the word froze on there multiple times. 8 times. Look at that. The whole lower half of it was froze.
Just gave up.
Screw this. It's too hard for me.
This game for children is too hard for me.
My brain hurt.
I didn't use the Apple II to learn.
I was too busy playing Moon Patrol and Lone Runner.
So we've been going for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think this is would be a good time to start wrapping up. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Tom, what are you doing now? Oh, I see. I expect nothing less of a way to end the stream with Tom's programming skills. You gotta at least let the text move a little bit, put the space.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, let's see your programming action.
Smells.
No, yeah. Oh, there you go. I was gonna see if you just programmed over it or not. Oh, 25 donation right at the end here.
I also don't have
Oh, thank you very much, Jack68K. Yep. It's very kind of you.
Oh.
You have to put a semicolon after it.
So what do I do?
You want it all in one line, right?
I want it to.
He wants it to be like wavy,
you would need to use 2 nested for loops, one that indents it, 1 space per 4, and one that dedents it 1 space per 4.
Well, that's
That
too
sounds
much
complicated.
work. Let me see if
So
this
it'd
works.
be like, you'd be 4 x.
No, I like that better.
39, and then
Steve Amels.
And then
That's not gonna work.
and then 20 would be 4y equals 1 to x.
Joe Sims.
Print space next.
oh no.
I'm not good at doing programming.
Oh, I didn't even do the print command.
Steve Smells. Syntax
You can
error.
replace print with a
Print.
question mark, so you don't have to type it out.
No. I can't type.
That's why you're supposed to replace print with a question mark, so you don't have to type it.
Tom,
Wait, what?
this is giving us a bad window into your brain. you don't know the mathematics. You don't know the simple words from the number muncher.
Question mark. You can replace print with a question mark.
Oh,
Oh wait.
yeah. Perfect.
I'm sorry, everyone, for their eyes.
That's a perfect way to end this stream. Oh goodness. I'd like to thank everybody, especially Tom, for joining today. Wow! And we've raised a boatload of money for this awesome rescue. I'm gonna send them a message tomorrow and let them know we raised 1,420 whole wing wangs. So
Wow.
that's look at
That
there's
is
2 of me.
awesome.
That's scary.
Wow.
Yes, that is freaking amazing. Thank you so much,
Steve,
everybody.
For all your pets,
That's a lot of quatloos.
That's a lot of quatloos.
and it's for all your pets, even your ducks
Quack.
and your dog cows.
And your eeps.
Maybe, hey, and if you're on SETI Alpha 7, even your moopsies.
Oopsie.
Oh goodness. So thank you, Ron, for being the first one on the stream. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Oh, are we wrapping up? Because I had my headphones off for a
Oh
second.
yeah, no, we're gonna wrap it up because we've been going for about 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I
Okay,
should
hold
wrap
on.
up before I break something.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta switch. Okay, much better.
Ron, plug your stuff, Ron.
I did. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. It's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. You can find me on YubTubs and various other places. If you want to see what's going on, you can just go to ronscompvids.com.
Yay.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Up next is Joe.
Hey everybody, Joe from Joe's Computer Museum. I'm totally not copying Ron's format. I would never do such a thing. But if you want to know everything that's going on and want to get some of these cool BlueSCSIs like we built tonight, you can go to jcm-1.com, or you can go to bluescsi.com and pick any of the vendors. But remember, just before we end, if you do have a little bit of giving spirit, I would rather you go and give a donation to the charity Steve is supporting than throw it my way. Because honestly, those little critters, they need it better than I need, like $1 for BlueSCSI. So do the thing. You know how to do it.
Yay. And then Eric, go.
So yeah, go buy a BlueSCSI from Joe or someone else, and thanks for everyone for donating. And this is awesome. Thanks for hanging out. I have fun and let me show off what's coming in BlueSCSI and what I've been programming on and tinkering on. So if you want to find out more about what I'm programming on, working on, tinkering on, just head over to Tinker Different and see what's new there. So
Excellent. And Tom has typed out a message so he doesn't have to speak.
Yeah. So you can find me at twitter.com/torbar, where you can see my awesome Apple II programming skills. Also, Torbar at bitbang.social on Mastodon,
So,
and also at Torbar on that other Blue Sky thing.
so
And Steve, you can find me on Steve's streams if he hadn't banned me yet. We'll
So
see if we get invited again.
we can also see who's the newbie Apple II programmer because somebody was trying to press the delete key as a backspace and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually, before we leave, I actually had a little program from a Nibble magazine that you could load on every boot that would make the delete key actually work.
oh, that's cool. That's cool.
You know, this is different than PowerShell ISE, so you know, I'm totally lost.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'd like to again thank everybody for joining me here today. Everyone who liked the stream, who shared it, or on social media, or retweeted, or whatever the thing is these days. But especially those who donated to the cause, thank you very much. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I have some BlueSCSIs to test, and Tom has some coding to improve on. So we could all take away something from tonight. But that's gonna do it for me. I'm Steve from Mac84. If you're watching this, you know who I am. You know how to find me. Links in the video description to all the donation stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.
Yeah.